All right, we're live. What's up, guys? It's Thursday night, Friday morning, my favorite day of the week. Ooh. And it's me, Mr. TCC, back to host a Pokemon card live stream. We've got our large PSA return that I'm excited to show off. We already gave everyone their slabs in the daytime stream, so now really the nighttime stream's just about giving away a slab or two and probably pricing these bad boys up. That's what I'd say. What do you guys think? We also have tons of breaks. They are. Let's run over here. All right. Got all the tags in, and now we're going to say pricing, let's say free Pokemon slabs. Pricing up my large PSA return. Live card shop. All right, let's price it up, shall we? PSA returns are fun because you end up with a lot more cards, and you can start making new things for sale. Let's see. All right. We got that payment from Mr. LaFlame right at the end. He bought the metal Mew. Very cool card. Okay. So I think we're ready to go. Looks like we already got an order at 11:10. Samantha Rodriguez, she wants the Pikachu Old Maid and the Oshawott 9 and the Meganium. She said Meganium. Hey, it's Sarah Dusenberry. Hello, Sarah. How are you tonight? Miss Sarah. We have Sarah Dusenberry. All right. This is sold. The Meganium is sold wherever it went. This is sold. And there's the Meganium. There it is. It's right in front. Well, how about that, guys? I definitely need to make some payments. I actually have to put together thousands of dollars to pay off the actual submission. How crazy is that? 1, 2, 3. All that money just goes to PSA. Is Magby still available? I believe he is. Funny you should ask. He was the next one in the pile. We never priced him. So let's get a little price on Magby. He should be pretty rare. I believe Magby only shows up in Silver Deck Part 2. Silver Deck Gold Deck Part 2. Or does he? No, he actually might be in Silver Deck Part 1 as well. That will drive the price down if he's in both decks. Part 1 and Part 2. I think this is Castlevania, isn't it? Let's play some other music. How about The Hero of Synth? Nostalgic Nintendo music. Let's try this. All right. That's a little bit nice. A little bit nicer. So, Pop 10, it says. Pop 10. That's not bad. Magby Poker. Well, there's none for sale. Okay. None for sale at all, in fact. So he's probably going to be a pretty standard $75. Population 10 on this card. I'm looking to buy him for Marco. You're buying him for Marco? That's sweet. Yeah. All right. For Marco. How's Marco doing? I'm massively after Gold Part 2 deck Totodile. Oh. There he is. It's a pretty standard price. We did the same price on Oshawott over here, actually. All right. So we need a giveaway card, don't we? What should the giveaway card be? Let me see if I can pull something out of the pile. I probably have a lot of cheap slabs I can give away. Oh. No! All the slabs go clattering onto the floor. Let's try that again. Let's see. Maybe I can pick up some dirt off the floor. Some hair, maybe. Maybe some butt hair. That'd be nice. That's a 10. That's a 10. Here's a solid giveaway card. I like this one. So how about this Eevee as a giveaway card? Yeah, he's nice, right? Ooh, we got another one of these, huh? All right, so the other one sold like that, sold instantly. Now they're on sale, floor slab discount. The floor slab discount. PSA 1. There you go. There's just a couple of them. So, and they just fell like 6 inches. I've been watching the old James Bond with Karis. We've been watching all the old James Bonds. We've never seen them before. I've always known about them, but I've never watched any of them. And I can't believe how completely similar the Austin Power movies were to those James Bond movies. I always thought it was kind of roughly based on James Bond. I didn't realize it was like scene for scene almost. You know what I mean? Like direct ideas taken like almost completely 100% satirization, copycat of a movie. So it really puts things into perspective. I should have watched them sooner. But yeah, James Bond is, it's like funny and enjoyable to watch. And yet it's like terrible. It's terrible. Like the plot of Goldfinger was what? He banged the one girl so good that she swapped sides. Like, what the fuck? That was his main role in the whole episode. The whole movie was just that he had sex with the bad guy girl, and then she was like, all right, I'll be a good guy. That was his contribution. That was what he did. He didn't do much else. Shocking. Shocking. I had no idea. No wonder he gets made fun of. Anyways, I didn't mean to spoil it for you if you've never watched Goldfinger, but that was it. There we are. Really surprising. He's the man of mystery. Size matters. Yeah, maybe. Here it is. And he's always forcing himself on girls, too. He's just like, they're like, no, we don't want to kiss. And he's like, I don't care. I'm going to kiss you anyways. Damn. What the hell? Different times, I guess. All right. There's a little bit of that. Feels a little grapey, if you know what I mean. Holy moly. Bond. James Bond. What the fuck? All right. So we're going to go into the Nightbot giveaway. Is your YouTube description of what you have for sale up to date? It should be. Was there a particular item that you felt was off? Yeah, I believe it's up to date. Let me see. If it was up to date, it would have the moving sale stuff in it. Yep. Yeah, it's up to date. All right. So, I was setting up Nightbot. Okay, Nightbot says TCC. We're going to hit done. And there we have it. So that's set up now. We have this lovely Eevee slab, and it's the giveaway slab. It's for free, just for people hanging out. How cool is that, everybody? All right. Is your YouTube description up to date? Can you do a big giveaway at 100K? Yes, we're doing a $5,000 giveaway at 100,000. All right. Ooh, we got Machop Hidden Legends. Ooh. Lovely. Okay. Well, I don't need to look this card up. I already know I lost money on it. Let's go ahead and just put a simple price on it. $20. $20 PSA 9 Machop Hidden Legends. Let's get that card off the table. Now we have a nice new Tyranitar. I sent a quick message regarding shipping. All right, let's see. All right, so you would like a round of shipping for the 3 Pamps. I'm going to go ahead and do that for you. Here you are. We'll reduce the weight here. There we go. All right, we'll grab a bag over here. So you got your pamps on the way. Okay, that's settled. Let's go ahead and put this Tyranitar in here. We sold out of these. We had a couple of these earlier, and they all sold out. Very popular card to sell. Makes a little bit of money, not too much. Be nice if it made more. Because it's so hard to get a 10 with PSA. It really is. All right, let's see. All right, here's this. Ta-da! We'll set that to 42. Tyranitar. We have a Jack Rapini order. He says 3 live customs and shipping for bag and slabs. Damn. I'm not supposed to curse. He's going deep on these live customs. We got 1, 2, 3. 3 cold live customs. That's a cold round, bro. That's pretty cold. That sucks. Jack Rapini. Let me get you some free cards here, Jack. 1, 2, 3. Some free poker cards. By the way, if you like these Disney poker cards, they're $15 for $5. So these aren't terribly expensive. Some of the pulls in here are nice, though. All right, oops. It's Minnie Mouse. All right, you got Minnie Mouse. Jack Rapini, let's grab your bag. Oh, that's an empty box. Interesting that that box is empty. I think that means I can reduce the number of JAC boxes. Jack. And a Jack. It is bag and slabs. Looked like you had 2 bags. How about that? Let's take another look at that. So Jack Rapini and Jack Rapini. I'm thinking of selling all my slabs and buying 50 Fusion Strike boxes. Nah, hold those slabs, man. Too much FOMO. Too much FOMO. Hold those slabs. My slabs have done very well over time. They're very comparable to booster boxes. I mean, they're almost identical. That's because when the booster boxes get really expensive, what do you think happens to the price of the slabs? People go, oh my gosh, I don't want to open that booster pack. I guess I'll go buy the slab. And when the slab gets too expensive, it's the same deal. People go, I'm not going to buy that. I'm going to go open my own packs. So they're very much related. If you think Fusion Strike's a good set, that might be a sign that you should go out and buy the best slab from the set. You don't have to buy the boxes. All right. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and hand out a free spot real fast to my besties here. We got Aaron Breckens. Hello, Aaron. How are you today? I want to take you out to eat. What? That might be difficult. I'm living all the way over here. Ooh, look at Dan. Look at Voltorb. I know you guys want Dan and Voltorb. You don't have to lie to me about what you want. I know it's all about Dan and all about Voltorb. There's a Charizard 7. He's kind of nice. Here's a Why Not? Why Not 9? Who's not ready to whip out 20 bucks for Why Not 9? Here's an Eevee. Here's an Abra. And there is a Jolteon. Good. We are. What breaks are close to being done? I think we just got a really big Brett order. Holy moly, man. We got a huge Brett Love order. Okay, but before we tackle that, we're going to take a picture of this. All right. Get this picture posted. So tonight, as we service the orders, we'll be pricing up new slabs from the return. All right. Order in. Brett just sent over like $1,000 order, guys. I don't know what he ordered, but it's going to be exciting. All right. let's just take a quick peek at it because I want to see what it was. So he's going to have a Shining Legends UPC, and that is the major part of it. Yes, Shining Legends UPC. Yeah, that's a price one, man. So, yeah, it's really good. Sarah Dusenberry says she'll take the Magpie, but write Marco's name on it. Marco Arboleta, right? Be sure to let him know you paid for it. That's a big thing to buy for somebody. You gotta get some credit for that. All right, here it is. Wow. That's so nice. All right. Awesome. Okay. Well, wouldn't you know it, Mr. Brett, it's actually your turn right away. There's no other orders in the queue. So you've ordered 3 live customs. Let's see what pops out of there. Ready? We've got 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right. Got a little snipey wipey there. That was good. I haven't seen Marco in ages. Oh, you got a nice silver coin. Okay, let's go grab that. Here it is. All right, that's a Venom silver coin. And let's see. I wonder if I could... You know, I like it when these are actually in their own holder. Like this. I haven't seen Marco in ages. I think I've seen him pop by. Like this. Let's see. All this plastic. I kind of like it like this because it makes it similar to a Pokemon card slab. I'm his proxy today in case he was asleep. I think Marco mentioned he was saving up to buy a home because they wanted to move or something, right? Okay, Brett, picking up some nice silver there. All right. So he also wanted a TCC Vintage Custom Booster Pack, and then we're going to open up that Shining Legends UPC. I think at this point I have to take them off the menu. I think that was the last one I had available, but I got to double check. That might not be true. All right. He and his wife are looking for a house. Oh, that's nice. It is. I was doing a little house shopping myself today. We're still trying to figure out where to move. Here's Nidoran, Golduck, Magikarp, and Dark Gyarados. Wow, that's cool, huh? Those are fun. I think I'm almost sold out of those again. Those sell out, man. Oops. I'll pop this up here. Ooh. Okay, Mr. Brett with the BR. Oh, this bag is so fat already. Well, guys, smash that like button. This episode brought to you by Brett Love. He's opening up a whole box of the Shining Legends UPC. Oh, yeah. We're going to pull a Mewtwo, hopefully, if we're lucky. Okay, let's see if I actually have one. I know I have one more. I'm curious is, after we open this one, if we have any after that. Because I might be sold out after this. All right, yes, we are sold out after this box. No more of these for sale. You got the last one. Hey guys, can you see me waving? All right. So I'm going to go in and remove it from the menu now. Here it is. Wow, so cool opening these. It's 6. Hello, 6. How's it going, 6? We have a giveaway tonight, guys. Type TCC to get yourself in the giveaway. This, okay. Even with the wide lens on, it can't capture the whole box. It's too big. Ugh. Some brand new slabs getting priced tonight. Hope you guys stick around for that. Even if you're not going to buy any, it's kind of fun to actually just see them go up there and be like, ooh, that's expensive. Throw that rest of that box away. All right. This is the easy part, all the booster packs. Okay, we got this goofy little ho-oh. This thing, spacer thing. If you don't mind, I'm going to throw these behind me. I'm just going to throw this in the trash. Spacers. All right. These go up in some box. I got like 1 million of them. I don't really do anything with them ever. Now, here's the goodies. We want these, and we want the promos. It doesn't matter, TCC or TCC will work. All right. So, how are these looking? Let's go ahead and grab the scissors out. There's a James Bond girl named Pussy Galore. How did they get away with that name? And that was not like a satirical name. That was a real name that they put on a Bond girl in 1965. What the hell? Crazy, dude. Pussy Galore. What kind of name is that? Like, it would make sense if it was a joke name. I'm Pussy Galore. Okay. There it goes. Whew. Ooh, that gonna hurt my elbow, man. You know, I've had this thing in my left arm where my left elbow clicks. I've had that my whole life. I never knew what that was. Does anyone have a clicky left elbow? Almost like the cartilage or something's not right. We are? Yeah, I move my arm up and down and the elbow clicks. I can feel it. My right arm doesn't do that. What is that? Okay, beautiful. Maybe the doctors here on YouTube can tell me. You guys ever heard of that? All right. I should ask ChatGPT. Wonderful. Oh, I gotta sneeze, man. It's your ligament popping. Well, I figured that much, but I wonder why it does that. Because it's done that even when I was a kid. I remember it doing that. So I've had that my whole life. And it doesn't really cause any pain. It just doesn't feel right, though. It never has. I think I have ligmaitis. Oh, look at that. He popped right out. That's nice. There we go. All right. Your elbow has lockjaw? Yeah, it feels like lockjaw or something. Anyone know what that is? I've never complained to a doctor about it. I've never looked it up before because I never cared. It is. Yeah, looking nice. Might be slightly off center, and that will definitely cause it to fail the PSA 10 these days. In the past, it might have succeeded. But lately, PSA grading has been super harsh. I mean, harsh. So there we go. We start out with Shining Lugia, Pikachu, Shining Celebi, and Ho-Oh. Beautiful cards. Let's go ahead and get a holder on the Shining Celebi and Lugia for fun, huh? I've had the whole thing my whole life with my thumb. People call it double jointed, which is not a real thing, but it is a ligament. Yeah, I've got that weird where my finger can bend sort of like the wrong direction. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. My thumbs do that thing too. I wonder if that's because I heard that's a thing that it's just sort of like the type of joints your body has. I wonder if that could be why my elbow does that. This, okay. And here's this. That explains it. But yeah, why does that happen is the question. I would assume gases in between the joints. No, it can't be gases. It feels very mechanical. Like, no, it's not a gas. I always worried a little bit that maybe one day it will go bad. Like it's the ligament wearing out faster. I don't know. Okay, those are lovely. So, you ready for these packs? Now, the big pull can come out of the packs. If you're lucky, you pull Test Tube Mewtwo, and it grades 10. And if you get that, it's like $2.5 thousand. It's huge. It's huge. It's an amazing pull. Ready? I have it as well. Now, I am out of Shining Legend is the sad thing. So this was the last one, guys. And we opened like 3 of these in the last 2 weeks, I feel. You're a descendant of Gilgamesh. You're goodness, but don't worry. Reading. Ready for this opening. Yeah, I don't worry too much about it because I've had it for so long. Here we are. Let's snip this. Maybe I'm a cripple. Crippled elbow. Oh, what is this music? It's terrible. Turn it down a little bit. All right. I was made in a test tube, says Baz. Really? Yeah. Think we'll be doing babies that way? Test tube baby? There's IVF. But then there's like, remember Logan's Run when they were like, they had like an artificial womb and the baby would just grow up in there? Women didn't have to be pregnant? That's some crazy futurism stuff right there. Think we'll ever reach that point? Artificial womb? I feel like we're pretty close to that point already, right? Our latest technology allows a baby to survive outside the womb, like even at a very young age. Let me pull this wire a little closer. Splicing genes. Sounds like Pokemon music. All right, you ready? So, picking up Keldeo and Totodile on pack number 1. On pack number 2, we have Incineroar Shaman. Ooh. Oh, Litleo Manaphy. Okay, Litleo Manaphy. We're 3 packs deep. You know, if I was selling these packs by themselves, I'd probably be selling them for like 50 bucks each or something like that. That's a guess. I don't actually know, but oh man, darn. Latios. These are not cheap packs. When you see them going by, you're watching a lot of money spin. Ready? Okay, this gotta be something. I feel it. Now. Zekrom. All right, you got Zekrom. Zekrom's probably kind of fashionable right now with the black and white box coming out. Okay. Here we go. We've got a Entei EX. All right, one Entei EX has been pulled. Come on, we got more than that. We got Arbok Hoopa. Okay, Arbok Hoopa. Just a couple packs left, but we just need one of them to have the Mewtwo in it. Come on. 4 packs remain. Come on, Pokemon, don't do us like that. Ooh, is this going to be... Oh! Yes! Shining Rayquaza, a beautiful pull from the set. All right, that vastly improves your pulls now. Beautiful card. Look at that, guys. Do you guys like that? That is Shining Rayquaza. When are you going to put a real chase in the waifu shuffle like PSA 10 Opal? Opal? Ew. How nice is that? A little Shining Rayquaza. Beautiful. Now, we also have... Oh, you got to treat this card. Well, it's off-center. There's no chance for it. What's behind it? Oh, another Entei? Another Entei. Bummer. Look how off-center this is. I love grading these Psychic Energies, and they actually do sell for a decent chunk of money when they grade 10. Here's Entei. If you pull, like, the Fairy Hollow and it grades 10, I bet you can sell that for, like, over $100. All right, come on. There's still time for another hit to pull out. You got one pack left. You got 2 Entei's and a Shining Rayquaza. So from my perspective, I'm not expecting anything else. But boy, it would be nice. It must be nice. I'm trying to get like you, my boy. Nah, okay. So that's kind of what we expected. We didn't expect much more to come out. 2 Entei's, 2 GX's, 1 Shining Rayquaza is pretty much plenty. All right. Old women are the most experienced. All Pokemon, or do you have Yu-Gi-Oh? We have a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's in the extended menu, just a little bit. We have, I think, just 2 sets. I haven't been doing much with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I haven't been doing much with Dragon Ball, and I'm not missing them. Those sets have not performed well over time. We are. Sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry, Dragon Ball. It's all about booby cards on this channel. We get a little booby cards. Not a lot of boobies in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Dragon Ball. Alright. Pikachu, Ho-Oh, those are nice. I don't know what the code card could be worth. Beautiful, man. Now, if only these could grade 10, let me tell you something. If these all graded 10, Brett, you would be way ahead what you paid for the box. If all 3 of these graded 10, I bet you this card is, I bet it's like 500 to 600. I bet this is about 400, and I bet this is close to about 900. There you go, but that's the difficult part, isn't it? Getting a 10. All right, Shining Lugia would be an interesting break. What does a Shining Lugia go for these days? Pick up a Shining Lugia break. What do you guys think of that? You know why it's an interesting break? Because you can't pull it naturally. What do we got for Shining Lugia? Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Give me a moment. I'm almost there. I'm really close. All right, we have a Shining Lugia. We're going to bring a Shining Lugia over for a big break. All right, talking about breaks, how are the current ones? Yeah, why don't we show off the current breaks? So Shining Lugia, we'll have a Shining Lugia break someday in the future. Now, Mr. Brett, let's grab your bag. What a really fun time that was. That was a great opening. You got the Shining Celebi, the Shining Lugia, and a Shining Rayquaza. Overall, I'd call that a success because I've seen some really terrible pulls out of those booster packs. So you did pretty good pulling that Shining Rayquaza, man. All right. We need another card for sale. How about... what do we have over here? Ah, remember this one? This was a CGC 9.5, and it regraded into a PSA 10. I didn't do a cross grade. I just did a normal grade. Landing the card is the first step. So here's a Griffon. You know what? I'll save this guy for a break. He's perfect for a break, I think. You guys got all excited for that? Sorry. All right. Did you trade this one to me, Mr. Brandon? Look at this. He was, in fact, not a 10. He was a 9. Bummer. Would have been pretty crazy if he graded 10, but he certainly did not. I think that was one you traded me. Let's see. Here's an Iron Valiant. Does the silver go around? Does the silver round go into my bag? It gets counted as a slab, so it will actually be sorted into the slab box. There you go, Iron Valiant. How about that Iron Valiant? So this is 213 Iron Valiant. 213. All right. Iron Valiant is a pretty affordable $45. Okay. Good. What do we got next? Clicking on this. Mr. Brett, thank you. This episode brought to you by Mr. Brett. That guy opened up a really expensive Shining Legends item. Shows you that people want items like that on the menu. It's really hard to do that. Can I get 1 pack for the Pokepot, please? And roll 5 of them, 1 of them for Alex. Okay. Here we are. This is called a bulk pack. They're $4 a piece. You can use a bulk pack to roll 10 times on the Pokepot. So they're not directly related to each other, but you could use it that way. Cloud of Darkness. Here's the Wordier, Noivern. This pack's really not that bad. That's vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1 of the rolls is for Alex, right? Okay, Mr. Adam. PSA return, I see. It's Jennifer Yap. Hello, Jen. How are you today? All right, so we're going to take these and place them over here. Do they not fit? Oh, they fit. Okay, but that's getting real full. So 1 roll for Alex. We're going to start out right now. We got 3, 4, 4, 5. That's going to be 6, 2, 1, 6. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, you almost had it right there. Look at that. Okay, that's 4 rolls for you, Mr. Adam. The Pokepot is done. At what measurement does PSA stop handing out 10s? Is it exactly 55-45? I know, it's a tough question. Let's say a card lands exactly on 55-45. Does PSA make that a 9, or do they make it a 10? That's a great question, and it's something that I would like to know as well. It's just something we don't know. But a card that measures exactly 55-45, I call that a borderline card. If you keep submitting it to different grading companies, somebody's going to turn it into a 10. So it's important to recognize when you're holding on to a borderline card. Ooh. What game is this now? That's the Pokepot, where you can donate a card and roll dice. And if the dice roll 4 of the same number, you get half of the pot. The pot's pretty thick these days. So you would get, if you rolled 4 of a kind, you would get half of this. It's all junk, though. None of it really has any meaning. It's just junky cards. It's all like stuff you wouldn't normally care about. So people donate to that Pokepot. You can have me donate from your bag. Consequently, we sell bags of junk now because some people don't have any junk in their bag, but they still want to do the Pokepot. So this is a bag of junk, and it's $4. You might buy it just to see what's in the bag of junk and be like, ooh, put that in my bag. I like that junk. I like that junk. Put it in my trunk. All right, but we began that a couple weeks ago. I was just trying to think of another way to get people to interact with the channel in a fun way. And I said, you know what? Everyone has on the table that always drives me nuts. Everyone's always got a ton of bulky, junky cards, and I don't even think they want them. Many of you guys will actually tell me to remove those cards. And I said, okay, well, instead of removing them, what if we had a little fun thing we could do with them? So that's how I came up with that. Let's see. So this would have been Terra Festival, right? And we're looking for the Master Ball. Whoops, did I type that in right? Master Ball EV Reverse. Oh, this is English. Okay, so this is quite expensive as an English card. It's $49. I'm not sure if my bag still exists. Might have slabs too. Well, how old is it, Mr. Oscar? Oh, let's show off some breaks. Van Gogh Pikachu is very popular. 5 people already jumped in. The new Pokeball break is Reverse Holo Charizard. Have you guys ever seen this? Now, this Charizard is mine. He's a placeholder. I mentioned that when we started it. He's a placeholder, meaning you will get the one that arrives in the mail very soon. But that one's actually mine from my personal collection. Here's the Quest Sticker Vaporeon. Really special and weird Pokemon cards. Population 4. I own 3 of the 4. Here's the gym break. Here's a fun fact. Did you know 6 just finished the gym break and got all 8 badges? And now she's got a special role in the Discord server called Indigo, like Indigo League. And there's the Mega Mew break with 1 spot ready to go. So $40 spot gets the Sublist off. We have an order of Aaron Cereals, 2 Battle Partners, 2 Heatwave, 1 Team Rocket. Team Rocket should be right here. 2 Battle Partner, 2 Heatwave. Let's see. Here's 2 Heatwave. I'd have an option on the menu called like the Japanese Destined Rivals, where you can order like it's like a demo platter kind of thing, where you get a pack of maybe let's say like 2 packs of this, 2 packs of this, and 2 packs of Rocket, and the math is already done for you. So you can just order that over and over again for fun. All right. Mr. A popular streamer spent $35,000 in packs to pull a Crown Brion. Mike's side, or no, it was Alex was telling me about that. Yeah, that's wild, huh? I feel like that is going to really improve the demand for that card. Because when you look at the price valuation for it, for the, by the way, who was it? Was it, what was the name of the streamer who did that? When you look at the price of the Umbreon and you see it, it's like 3,000 or whatever it is now. And you go, wow, that's so much money. You think that's an impossibly high price. You don't really think about how unusually expensive it is to actually pull the product. Because once you see how expensive it is to pull the product, you go, wait a second, that price is kind of fair. That's not so crazy when I see how hard it is to pull. Oh, I thought you said Mike's side did that. No, it was Alex. It's been going down in price, though. Maybe time to buy one. Who knows? All right, here's Aaron Cereals with the double A. Who knows? I just saw a legendary Rev Collection Zard sold for $32, and I instantly thought of you, mister. I own 3 of those. That means my 3 Charizards, in theory, have a value around 100,000 if you're just going off the last sold. Now, that's in theory because they're not really worth that until they actually sell. And there might not be enough money in the hobby for them to sell for that much. But you're right, that looks pretty good for me. $100,000 from 3 cards. That's not bad. How about a new card up on the table? I bought those years ago when they were cheaper. So I didn't spend $100,000. I don't have that much money. I just took the money that I did have and I bought some cards at the time that I thought were underpriced, and now they're a lot more expensive. All right. I'm doing well. You still collect poker cards. Are you asking if I still collect poker cards? Poke Nostalgia. Oh, here we are. All right, you're asking, Aaron. So here's this Vaporeon. I'm a lucky guy to have got those Charizards when I did. That was a lucky thing. Back then, the Pokemon card market was crashing really hard because Logan Paul had done his thing and prices were falling. And I think a lot of people thought Pokemon was basically going to zero. I think a lot of people thought, well, Pokemon, it was, you know, it was a meme coin. And that has turned out to not be true. In fact, for crypto's doing pretty good too right now. Bitcoin just broke past 100,000 again. So people, maybe young people especially, we like buying stuff that isn't just stocks. Maybe that's because you look at the price of a stock and you go, that seems overpriced. We have Mr. Mark Valerian. Mark Valerian. Hello, can I get the Japanese Pokemon box for Terra Festival, please? All right, 1 Terra Festival box. These have all of a sudden started selling pretty fast. I got to keep an eye on these a little bit. Here we are. Speaking of which, let's do this. What did I say about BTC? BTC is doing A-okay. Of course, if you bought BTC last time when it was at like 95 to 102, you're not really up by very much. But the fact that it's come back to where it was is very healthy. Let's see. All right. Jump back over here. And we'll hit play on this. Haven't been here since November, mister. I lost my opportunity to invest in Sol when it dropped to I'm sorry, man. What happened? You were going to invest in Sol? You would have been a contender. We are. Tossing that over there. So this is for our friend Mark. I bought nothing but Pokemon cards this whole time, and that has worked spectacularly. Nothing but Pokemon cards. Look at all coins now. They'll burn everything. Ha 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 ha. I like it when the crypto guys win, because a lot of the times when the crypto guys do well, Pokemon cards do well. And I think that's because guys who are into crypto, they often do consider collectibles. Crypto guys are guys who are looking for something that's more speculative, something that's more risky, something that's maybe a little less institutional. They're not looking to buy U.S. bonds. And so they look at Pokemon cards jumping and they go, maybe I want some of that. Or maybe when they were younger, because a lot of crypto investors are younger, maybe when they were younger, they actually played Pokemon. So when crypto does good, I do good, because I do pretty much all Pokemon, which kind of makes sense. I'm a Pokemon card reseller. I'm a Pokemon card live rip and ship. So this is my avenue. This is the thing that I have built a brand around, and I have relationships, and I have knowledge around here. So all my money just goes into the Pokemon, and that has just paid off enormously. I was tracking the value of my XY cases of XY product, and I was just shocked, dude. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe how expensive it was now. Here we are. All right. 100% related. Something that attracts women. Yeah, I noticed that too, mister. Good point. They've gotten so expensive, though. I only go for red, blue, and yellow. All right. So here goes, Mr. Mark. Let's pull you a nice hot card, shall we? So we got the Pheasantipity. Here's... Oh, right off the bat. Lovely. Pulling the Leafeon. That's a great pull out of the box. Here we are. It's a decent box now. Decent box. Of course, what you really need now, you need a Master Ball to pop out. One good Master Ball is all you need now. And then you're ahead. But it's got to be a good Master Ball. It can't be a cheap one. Okay. There you go. He's got a great box, everyone. Leafeon Master Ball. Look at him go, guys. Wow, you can grade them together, too. How cool is that? Wow. That box really turned out to be very hot. Congratulations, Mark. Wow. Leafeon and Leafeon Master Ball. I feel like that's pretty cool. I almost feel like that's clippable, man. Isn't that nice? What are the odds of that? Okay. Yep. When you pull a nice card like Leafeon, all you need is one more solid hit in the box and you're ahead. I had 6 of them PSA 10, sold half of them. Okay, here's these. Oh, you're talking about Pokemon poker cards. They are. I have not shown off my Pokemon poker card sealed collection in a while. I've added a couple items to it. Here we are. Still on the hunt. I actually got another yellow deck the other day. Okay, we'll sleeve this up. I'm a little weary with the poker decks, though. I feel like I'm holding so many of them. And so I feel like I might be inflating the market by myself. Not inflating, I'm sorry, driving the demand for the market, like keeping the demand unusually high. But then again, I grade a deck of poker cards here and there, and then I sell a couple of them here and there, so it all just kind of works out, I guess. Have you opened any sealed Karuta Nostalgia? Here we are. I added 3 Poker Charizards to my collection recently. Did you guys know that? There's the one that just came in today, and then there's 2 more that I purchased. Here we are. Ooh. Okay, that's for our friend Mark. So I've got 3 more PSA 10 Poker Charizards. All right. Did we have a bag for you already? I feel like we probably did. Is this an expired bag? That's an expired bag. Maybe we need a new bag for you. New bag time? Nice, mister. What color? I think 2 of them might be green deck, but one of them I think is blue deck. Mr. Mark, did you need a new bag for that? He might have needed a new bag. I feel like you might have shipped just the other day. Okay. Mark J. Frieren. Hawaii is one of the places Kirsten and I talk a lot about potentially moving. Today we discovered Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston, South Carolina. Really beautiful place with mild weather, warm beaches, warm swimmable water, which we care a lot about. And it gets about a fifth of the hurricanes that Florida gets. So that is pretty tempting. Here we have Mr. Lance. 2 bulk bags, please. 1 for my personal bag, 1 for rolling in the pokey pot. All right. I'm going to have to restock these in a minute. So here you go. Let's see what's in each of them. Charleston's awesome. I looked at Virginia, too. It is. Not because I was thinking, oh, let's move over towards 6. But because we're literally just looking at the ocean. And Virginia has a big chunk of ocean. We were doing an analysis of warm water, and the water does get colder as you head north. So the water's pretty warm still around North Carolina, and then nice and warm around South Carolina, hot in Savannah and hot in Florida. Florida's got the warmest water, so Florida's ahead by a lot. Makes sense, right? You're going down south. And here we are. LMO, I was thinking of something else. We do have some nice beaches. Yeah, I suspect Virginia has some nice beaches. Okay. So funny enough, unironically, I'm researching that. Let's put this into your bag. They're actually cool, just too small for my liking. There we go. And now, since the main pokey pot is too full, we actually have this second one to start filling. So this will incur 10 rolls for you. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Makes it easier to see all 4 dice. That's 1, 2. Oh, that's doubles. 3. You got to re-roll 2, actually. Okay, that's 2 again. All right, now this will be 4. 2, 3, 4, 6. 5. Ooh, that's 3 of a kind. Quite close. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I'm going to give you a bonus roll as well at the end. You ready? 11. 11. All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a straight. Oh, my God, dude. Look at that. 5, 5, 5, and 3. But look how close. If it had just done this, that'd have been it. Wow, that is hard to get that. Got to re-roll 5 for 3 of a kind. Oh, was 5 3 of a kind? Here goes. Landing on 3, 2, 6, 5. I'll give him one more roll, too. How about that? One more try. All right, and that'll be it. That'll be it. Thank you so much, Mr. Lance Weiss. The Pokepot's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Okay, we have this sad Voltorb. He got a 7. All right. God, it is such a bad grade. Price on this Voltorb, let's do $8. Here's an $8 Voltorb. We have a PSA 9 Eevee. Oh, but I'm out of sleeves. Let me go get some more sleeves, everybody. with my sleeves. Haha. Depressed looking medicine. Okay. $8 is wild. Yes. Voltorb is sold. Okay. Voltorb's gone. We have a nice Eevee here. Let's see, Eevee. PSA 9 173 Eevee. Can't believe I graded that whole Aquapolis pack and there wasn't even 110. That's so sad. So the Eevee is going to be a nice and cheap $20. New slabs coming up on this table, guys. How do you like that? Okay. Here's an order from Mark Valerian. Can I get the 151 Ultra Premium Collection, please? Really? All right. 151 Ultra Premium Collection, everybody. Let me go grab it. All right, here we are. Is this a bug? What is this? Oh, no, it's just a bit of dust. Here we are. Okay. 151 Ultra Premium Collection. Okay. Tossing that. That was a gift from Mister. Those premium collections sat on your menu for a while at $120 and nobody wanted them. I think they went up in price, didn't they? Funny how that changes the way people want them. I want them more too when they're more expensive. I go, oh my gosh, those are good. Everybody voted on it. That's the thing I want now. But you know, we sold a lot of them too. When they were at 120, we sold a lot. But that's a, yeah, that's a correct observation. Surprising how things change in price, you know. And one day, the price we're selling it at right now might seem cheap. Might be, I can't believe you only sold that for $415 back in the day. Now it's $4,000. It's some crazy thing like that, you know. Oops, it's not coming out. There it goes. All right. Someone just dropped a car payment. Yeah, between this, Mr. Brett Love, and the daytime stream, we're pretty much done with sales. I could just stop here, but I'm going to go all night. We're going to get all the sales we can. When times are good, you got to accept the good times, because there's always the hard times when it comes to selling cards. You go through time periods where you make very poor margin, nothing's moving, there's no good sets on the menu, maybe the card market's in decline, you know, something like that. So when times are good, you got to go deep. When times are bad, you just got to hold on. All right, let's see. Collectibles, I don't think collectibles will go anywhere. Pokemon, I think, is just the beginning. I think a lot of brands are going to want to have their own collectible, you know. All right. Pokemon's really a really good one. Throw on that. What are you doing at BGS, Subby? Very soon. The weekend's upon us. Today was Thursday night, Friday morning. So the weekend is upon us, and that is the best possible time for me to work on a sub. Okay, we got Mew. Paramape. Stimulus checks were a wild time. You never know. We might get them again one day. Here's Alakazam. Venmo won't let me send you more. What is the next best option? Well, if you were to ask me personally what I like best, I love ZELLE. ZELLE, once you set it up, you can use it over and over again. It's basically bank to bank. And I like it most because there's no transaction fees. But you can use any system that's comfortable for you. I don't mind. Look at that Gengar. Ooh. Wow, this is so cool. You got Machoke. You got this full art, what do you want to call this? Is this called full art? What do they call it? SR? I'm going to call it SR. SR Alakazam, and you got this holographic Gengar English. The holographic Gengar English is a big deal. That card's going to be valuable over time. Okay, Meganium. Magnemite, not Meganium. Psychic Energy, totally pointless. The Psychic Energy is pointless. Polyswirl. If the feds cut interest, that's basically a stimmy check. Ooh, look at that. He got a nice little Pikachu, too. That's solid. Like that Pikachu. Okay, we got a little Ninetales. Nice. ZELLE is too slow, mister, and is very inconsistent. ZELLE is sometimes slow. One trick you can use is you can send like $1 over and ask me to check for it. And if it arrived right away, you know ZELLE's working properly. But ZELLE has had, especially on the Saturday and Sunday when many banks are closed, ZELLE can sometimes be inconsistent on those days. But again, what I would do is try sending in $1 and testing it if you're nervous about that. A lot of people on this stream use ZELLE. In fact, let me talk about it. So just in this stream, we had Samantha Rodriguez used ZELLE, Jack Rapini used ZELLE, and then Sarah Dusenberry used it. So, yeah, occasionally, though, you run into something like that, like their server is down because they're cleaning it up. This. Maybe they're doing a big update. Or maybe your bank just doesn't do transactions on Sunday. Who knows? Here's Pidgey. It's Pidgey. There's a full art, well, what is this considered? It's got 3 stars. Is it SIR? What do they call this? This one's really well centered. Look at that centering, man. It's a pretty card. We are. All right. Drowsy. Kabutops. One more pack, Mr. Mark. Let's make Mr. Mark happy. And one Golem. All right. Well, what I would say about this round, Mr. Mark, is you got both Pikachu and Gengar out of the hollows. So that's pretty cool. Throw this away. And the reason you buy the premium box is because you also walk away with Mewtwo, Alt-Art Mew, Metal Mew, which sells for about $100 as a 10. So the Machoke, Mew, Alakazam, Gengar, and Pikachu. I don't like the basic energy. I feel like that one's not as fun of a pull, you know what I mean? Come on, Pokemon. They're always trying to give us energies like they're pulls. It was cool back in the Sun and Moon time period. I was like, oh, that's so cool. But now they're still pulling that trick, and it's like, come on, Pokemon, just give us a Pokemon. Yeah, but this is a hyped-up energy card. Oh, wow. They do it too often, and they're too straightforward. They're too simple. You know what they ought to do with the energy cards? They ought to come up with more sophisticated designs. That's what they need to do. That's the problem. All right, something that makes me want to use it. Can't use ZELLE. My bank is a tiny one. It does not participate. No problem, man. You use whatever you're comfortable with. There's no rules like you have to use ZELLE or anything. You just use whatever you'd like. All right, let's see. Mothman, huh? This guy sucks. Kind of want when I regrade him. Does really get a 9? Whatever. Whatever, let's get rid of him. Can we do a gym break on that Vaporeon? This Vaporeon, what I should do is, if you're demanding a break on a certain card, I should just add a premium to it and then make it available with the premium. Here it is. There's Baltoy, which is understandably less demanded. There's also Dark Golbat. He's pretty cool. Look at Dark Golbat. He's a $45 break. PSA 9, and he's holographic from the Rocket Collection. That one's actually pretty decent. Problem with having too many gym breaks is then you got a bunch that don't move because you just keep putting new ones on. All right, let's get this Snorlax. What do you think this Snorlax is, like 20 bucks? Let's see what the Snorlax is. Those two aren't cute. True, Dark Golbat's not cute. He's more like Spoopy. 122 Snorlax. Yep, he is a $20 card. Specifically on eBay, he's about 22. So we're going to make ours cheaper than eBay's, though. $20 on ours. All right, wow, what a big order. Thanks, man. Ivan Rodriguez, 1 Voltorb. Here you go, Ivan. Please enjoy my Voltorb. PayPal sent. Nice. Okay. And now we have an order from Ivan Rodriguez, EV9. Let's get a rotate in. Here's Geodude 10 for $165. The Piranha Plant, Venus Fire Trap. Oh, this is very close if you guys didn't know. This vintage pack should be up to 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, vintage pack is 4 spots away from going off. Lycia's Appeal. She's had a lot of rounds up here, but still not pulled. Here is Ancient Tomb Holographic from Hidden Legends. Iona. And Lunatone. Okay, let's get this Lunatone here. Okay. We have an order from 6 2 Solo Levelings. You got it, 6 2 Solo Levelings. Ooh. 1 wins the whole pack. No, that's called like a well, what we have is a normal pack break, where each person gets 1 card from the break. Okay. Wu Jinchuru. This guy feels like a bad guy. I feel like he's a secret bad guy, 6. What do you think? You think he's a secret bad guy? Sung Jin Woo. There we go. He says, oh, okay. Yeah, everybody gets 1 card from the Vintage Booster Pack, but your card is pulled randomly. So you might pull the rare spot or an uncommon spot or a common spot. Once 11 cards are sold, we open it up. I came up with that idea years ago. Very popular. Sold a lot of vintage packs that way. Okay, now we're going to take a picture. Click. And we're going to include a Pricey Slabs picture for this Lunatone. Okay, with the nice swirl by the nose. I could obviously just put Lunatone into the live customs if I wanted to, but I don't want to rush it, you know. Prefer if somebody who really wanted Lunatone got him. Has the Mega Sub gone? No, the Mega Sub's 1 spot away. Maybe people are scared of that last spot. Fossil Sublist. Okay. We have a new role in the Discord. It's called Chicken Jockey. How do you get the Chicken Jockey? You have to pull a numbered Chicken Jockey out of these Minecraft packs. They cost $9. There it is. Okay. Here's Danny saying war. Pre-grade my Dragonite McDonald's Pokemon from last night's stream, and rest of money to my Sabaway Charizard. Okay. Danny, say no more. He wants to know more about his Dragonite. Maybe it's in here. Nope. That must be a fresh bag we started for you. He isn't he? Says 6. Here we are. These bad boys, huh? Okay. Hydreigon, Roaring Moon, Dragonite, Koraidon, Miraidon. Well, let's pull this guy out. Ooh, bright. My eyeballs. It's already a little thin on the top. Okay, so he's quite close. But I don't like the cutting job on the card. There. And I don't like the little dent on the upper right-hand corner. Let me show you what that looks like by zooming in. It'll show up in this corner here. See, as you tilt it, it almost shows up like a dent. The other thing you'll notice is on these edges, like this over here, see how it has almost like a lip on that round edge? I feel like PSA grades harshly against you. There's also a thing going on right here, which raised slightly on this portion right here. So it's up to PSA how they grade that. But you can also see on top of that, it's slightly off center. This side being slightly fatter than this side here. Zoom out. Can you see that better if I bring it like that? Slightly off center, slightly thinner on the top. Yeah, this one's a real difficult one to say. I'm going to give it... I'm really leaning toward a 9, not a 10. My gut says My gut says because it's a holo, don't send it in. You know, if it was a fancy, expensive card, send it in. But since it's just a cheap holo, maybe hesitate on that one, because it will really suck if that one comes back as a 9. All right, I hope that you found that useful. Now, I don't remember how much the pre-grade is, so I'm only going to charge you $2 because I think that's what it was. And so you have, what, $68 left over? $68 going to your slabby. I don't remember what it was. It must have been like $2 or something. So you have 117 minus 68. Minus 68. Boom. $49 left. Did you read my messages? You only gave me a face with no response to the first question. What? Let me look it up. Oh, thoughts on turning the Roaring Moon into a break. Oh, okay, hold on, let me respond. Oops. All right. Joey Albrecht says 110 towards his slab away. Here you go, Mr. Joseph. All right. So Mr. Joey Albrecht is going to be over here, and he said 110. That means 7575 remains. Nice. Oh, so Tammy's saying we could sell her Roaring Moon in a break. I like that idea. 10 Pokey Shuffles. Here we are. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ta-da! Okay, you ready? Joey Albrecht. What are we going to pull, Joey? Rotom, eggs, a book, Plusle, what's this guy's name? Cryogonal, I think? What a weird Pokemon. The Assassin, and Dragon Ball. Ooh, it's a cold round. Ooh, that was rough. That is a cold round, Mr. Joey Albrecht. I am sorry. 2 Final Fantasy Hidden Trials. Hidden Trials. Okay, Hidden Trials. I've got 1 pack of hidden trials. Now I have to go get a fresh box. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go look for a box of hidden trials. I think I'll grab Tammy's card, too, in the meantime. We got this empty box here. Let me lift this out of the way. Okay, Tammy, Miss Tammy. Yeah. Okay. Fresh box. Ta-da! Okay, nice fresh box. There we go. So 2 hidden trials. Ooh, let's pull that armpit signature. How's that line looking? Says Maverick R. I don't think it's that bad, is it? I don't think it's a bad line. Here's Fencer and Soldier Candidate. Look at that. There's a mistake in the name, huh? Little blurb there. All right, nothing crazy popping up. Oops. Very good. How many spots in the Brilliant Stars box? 6 spots remain in the Brilliant Stars box break. That's a $40 break, everybody, if you want to join that. Tammy Lamb, her name is Tammy. She likes Pokemons. I wonder what music Tammy's listening to. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to give you this. Send you a quick picture. Uh-huh. All right, I sent you a picture. And so I'm going to just do your payout right now. What do you think of that? Okay, Tammy, you're getting a payout for the Roaring Moon. That's pretty fast. Okay. I'll put this on a stack over here. She's listening to Hanson. Okay. All that's taken care of. And now we're moving on to... Oh my gosh. Brett Love has a $1,000 169 order. $1,169. 1 box break fossil pack. Dang, dude. He's just buying a whole spot. That's awesome, man. Love to see it. That's very exciting. So we are getting closer to the end of this. Okay. Brett Love looking good, man. Put a check mark next to it. Okay. Check mark means it's completed. S means it's a slab away. So a couple of these are slab aways. The star used to indicate that they pulled it out of the sublist. I think it still means that. So Brett Love taking spot number 26. The box is closer than ever. Okay, he also wants a Glory of Team Rocket box. Oh, yeah. a box of Journey together. Dang, dude, that's awesome. All right, what a fun order, man. Love it when people come in here and go deep. That's very fun. One box of Rocket. Let's try and pull that Mew, huh? Okay. Whatever happened to Yappy Go Lucky? She was in here just earlier. She said hi. I think she could still be here. I'm not sure. Okay. Tossing this. We need more Rocket. It's kind of funny how she left such an impression that if she's gone for a while, people really notice. Yeah, she was a lot of fun. She was opening a lot of cards. That might be a little unsustainable to do forever, to open that much. Because she was going pretty unbelievably deep. Sneak. All right. But she was really nice, you know, like she drew some cards for people and everything. Okay. Tammy, I don't know if you saw that, but I went ahead and just liquidated the, here it is. So you have 496 now. And so I just did that right away because right now we already have a bunch of breaks on the table. So you're just paid out on that one right now. Finished my fossil pack. Sounds good to me. Okay. Mr. Brett just bought that fossil pack, and we're about to have a fossil sublist go off. All right. All right. She's making a bowl of cereal right now. This is how I make my left-hand cigarettes. Soup. What are you talking about? Tossing that away. Okay, oops. Mr. Brett Love. Let's get it, man. We've got Wobbuffet. Oops. Wobbuffet. That's a cold one. That's a cold one. That's a cold one. The Spidops. Nice. Here's a Mewtwo. Rare. I should have $9 left over then. Oh, nice. You're doing the math for me already? So you got $9 left on that card is what you're saying? Okay. Ooh, the Crow. Boop. That was a real lucky 10, huh? Because as you saw, the majority of those English cards came back 9. Kind of rough, huh? Houndoom. Wow, that is a beautiful AR, isn't it? That one's great. That one's going to be really popular in English. Here's Blaziken. Murkrow looks nice. Yeah, I agree. Dark Tyranitar. Cold. Gorobus. Look at that Gorobus. Ooh. Haven't pulled the hit yet. What's it gonna be? Ooh, Golden Crobat. That's nice. Golden Crobat. Not a bad box. You got the Houndoom. You got the Golden Crobat. Solid. Okay. All right. Much better than pulling Regirock, perhaps. There's a Regirock to pull in this set. Same with the ARs. You could have pulled Clamperl. Technically, you still could, actually. Let's see what you get in these next couple packs. Roll Infernape. Annihilate, I mean. And... Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet's definitely better than Clamperl. It's an actual rocket card. I pull Regirock. No! He's a tough pull, let's be honest. He's definitely there to be like a junk card. He still looks nice. But that card's never going to go for a lot. It would be cool if we had like a set that had like a Regirock, Regice, Registeel, you know, Regigigas, Altarts. That'd be really fun. But no, Pokemon said, no, you're not going to get that. Pokemon said, take it easy with these good ideas. Is that my music pausing? I think that's my music pausing. Dooby-dooby-doo, Scooby-dooby-dooby-dooby. Sad Reggie noises. Yeah. Now we need one more box, the Journey Together box. All right, give me a moment on that. Oh man, for the love of God, I can't find them. They're not over here by chance, are they? Dude, Cares keeps moving my stuff. I can't find it. So let me look in the room for a second in case it's sitting in here, which I don't think it should be. I am looking in the room. Check back here. Sorry about that. I'll find it in a second. She moves it all. She's been cleaning. All right, I'm back. Well, I had to open a fresh case of them. I was trying not to do that because fresh cases are so valuable. So I was trying to store this as a fresh case. I don't know where she moved my other product. I don't think I ran out of it. Maybe I brought it all in here. It's not sitting like right here. That would be so annoying if it was right here, right? No, I don't see it. Oh, crazy. Just can't find it. Crazy. All right. Sorry for making you guys wait there. So here it is. We have one Journey Together box. She better apologize. Yeah. Oh, I should grab some more penny sleeves while I was out there. We're getting real low. What's the best card you pulled for a buyer live? Oh, we've pulled all sorts. Here it is. Definitely the Dark Dragonite combined with the holographic Dark Charizard. That was the best pull. Single pack pull. Sorry, Mister, you didn't have to do that. Oh, it'll be fine. Just surprised I couldn't find them. I don't know where she put them. We got rid of our cats. It was really hard to do, but we let our cats, we rehomed them. And after we did that, we've begun cleaning up our house really deep. We want a really, really clean house. And she was in the inventory room, and it's all moved now. And I don't know where anything is when she moves it. Because my brain gets really used to having things in, like, patterns. I, like, memorize everything. And the moment that's all gone, it's like looking in the ocean for something. It's like a needle in the haystack at that point. All right. Could be in this room. The boxes could be in here. I don't know. Jersey piece is so good. They are. Joyzy. All right. Cool. Nice. All right. Mr. Brett, here goes. Kilowattrell. Ah, Articuno. That's a great pull. All right, beautiful Articuno. Will you FaceTime the cat when you get sad for missing them? Karis will probably get sad. She's already been sad over it. Look at this. Magmortar. Oh. Magirna. Okay, here's Reshiram. Did you see the recent increase in prices for Brilliant Stars boosters? Brilliant Stars. Oh, that's good. That means you guys should jump in the Brilliant Stars box break. Look at that Cubone. Isn't that interesting, the Cubone? There's a Cubone set, huh? Love that artwork. All right. Here's Snorlax. And Mamoswine. All right. Reshiram. Lovely. Hey, what's up, Mr. Skeng? How's it going, man? Metagross. Torkoal Mimikyu. Rawr. He's scary, man. Mimikyu is such a great Pokemon design. It's about $450 box now. Nice. That's awesome. I happen to be sitting on a decent amount of that. Brilliant Stars. Tossing that. Milcery. You know, all that Sword and Shield stuff is out of print. You know? Belly Bolt. Get in my belly. Okay. That's the first half of the box. Mr. Brett Love. Mr. Brett's going deep tonight. We also have Mr. Mark was going deep earlier too. Busy stream, huh? Doesn't take much to make it real busy. Just waking up, getting ready for work. Nice. All right. Snipping this. Ooh. Ah. Snipping one of these. Snipping one of these. And one more. Snipping one of these. Good. All right, lovely. So second half of the box, let's see if it's hot. I feel like this box has been paying out a lot of pulls. Okay, what we got? We got some hollows. We've got Belly Bolt. Ooh. Setting that over there. One time, my dad tried to take me to a boot camp. Is that where they sell, like, boots? A camp where you make boots. That's so good. Oh, Blaziken. Whatcha? He's using double kick. Cling clang. Oh. Lovely. Shuppet the puppet. Ooh, Whale Lord. That's awesome. Wow. Wow, congrats. I think Whale Lord's also one of the cards that could do really well over time. Okay, because that's a great illustration. Veluza. Ooh. He looks scary, man. Reshiram. Snorlax. Mamoswine. Oh. So what do you guys think of the new American Pope? First American Pope. Wild. It is. I hear he's very pro-immigration, but I also hear that he's very conservative on subjects like abortion and maybe like gender roles in the church. Here's Reshiram. There it is. Wonder if he'll be an interesting pope or if he'll be very boring. Here's some hollows. Here's some hollows. Here's Durant. And Toad's Cruel. Lily's Clefairy. All right. All right, all right. That's a nice Whale Lord artwork. It is nice. Boop. Tons of hollows, millions of hollows in that bag. All right. Clefairy, Reshiram, Salamence, Mamoswine, Veluza, Whale Lord, Blaziken, Belly Bolt, Iona's Belly Bolt, Mimikyu, Cubone's kind of cool, Articuno. Yeah, I felt like you had a pretty decent box. You got all the good ARs, basically. All right. So obviously, we're going to have to turn this into a fresh bag. When they make you run the Naked Mile in boot camp, it's the worst. Do they really make you run a Naked Mile in boot camp? They don't make you do that. Okay. You're lying to me. There you go. Thanks, Mr. Brett. You made tonight really cool. Appreciate having you here. We got to see so many pulls from that. Okay, you might fit into here. Let's see if it fits. I don't think it's going to fit. Let's take Blake Santoro. Actually, Blake Santoro should probably also be in this box. Who's this back here? Beatrice Moniz. All the regulars. Brendan McGraw. Let's move Brendan McGraw out. Okay. 90-pound backpack on. All your bits and gear just flopping about. Could you explain again how the fossil brake works? I have 2 spots in it. Oh, okay. So there you are there. And where's your first one? Oh, there you are on the 2021. So the way this, by the way, what we can do is we can rewrite the list so that people with multiple spots have them all grouped together. We're probably going to do that. Like as it says, put Peter Waddington together. We're probably going to do that. So we'll probably rewrite the list before it officially goes off, and your 2 spots will be next to each other to help you increase your odds of a heavy pack. Of course, with them split up, you could get extremely lucky and pull 2 heavy packs, but the odds are more likely you pull 2 light packs. So sometimes people prefer them put together. Now, what'll happen is once this list is filled out and everyone has paid off their slab aways, speaking of which, Tammy's about to do that. See, some of these packs are in slab away, so they're being paid down. Let's do Tammy's right now. Once the list is paid out, it will be time to open the box. Oh, nice. So that was exactly enough money to pay it off. That's very cool, Tammy. we'll be ready to open up this box. We'll probably choose like a Sunday. I like to open them on Sundays. Sundays are a little less busy, but we could do Saturday. And all the packs will come out of the sealed box. We'll open up a sealed box. It'll be very exciting. One more sealed box of Fossil opened. Wouldn't that be crazy? All the packs will be weighed, and all the heavy packs will be set to the side. All the light packs will be kept sealed. So we're not going to open the light packs. So if your pack weighs light, then we put your name with your bag and move your pack to the side. But the 12, presumably 12 heavy packs will be figured out. And then those are going to be opened. And you are required to open if you have a heavy pack. That's the rule. You have to open a heavy pack. All right. Could make a public Google sheet. I could make a public Google sheet. Yeah, this is really exciting. We've opened a lot of vintage boxes over the last 6 years, and this will be another special vintage box getting opened. I saw the price of a first edition Gym Challenge box the other day. Wasn't it like $35, $40 or something like that? I bought 2 Gym Challenge boxes during the Logan Paul time period, and they were like $18,000 each. And for a while, I'd overpaid for them. And now that is not true anymore. Gym Challenge first box. Yeah, Pokemon cards have just gone to the moon, man. Looks like the cheapest first edition box is being sold by this guy for $31,000. Almost double what I paid. That's crazy. Those vintage boxes, they don't travel as fast in price as like for example, if I bought purely Evolving Skies, that would have been better. Evolving Skies would have been better. So the vintage booster boxes are more slow moving, but they're still very special to hold. They make you feel like a real collector. All right. Like I got this special old thing. Woo-wee. All right, let's get moving, guys. We got Mr. Marcus back. I'll take a Pokemon Raging Surf box. Now, that might be a problem. I don't know if I have a box of Raging Surf left. Let me go looking for it. I thought we sold out of those and we were on our last box, but let me check right here. We don't have Raging Surf right here, do we? What do we have? Ancient Roar. Okay. And Lost Abyss. So, let me check over here now. Last box. You got the last one. After this, we only have sealed booster packs. Here it is. Ta-da. You should get a chimp. Yeah. I should get a beautiful assistant. Make sure you cross out the S next to my name. Oh, there you go. Good point. That's a nice feeling, isn't it? Okay. Wow. Mr. Mark going deep tonight, just like Mr. Brett. I wonder if I could hire like some cute girl to just grab booster boxes for me and do nothing else. I think you'd have to pay that person so much money it wouldn't be worth it. That'd be nice though, wouldn't it? You'll give me $350 for this South Park slab. I agree to that because you've bought all this other big stuff for me, so I really appreciate that. We'll get a nice clean sleeve. It was population 3, and it's stayed that way for a long time, even though people have made a lot of attempts to grade those. These numbers represent how long the latest price. So we priced this recently in $525. But I'll give you that $50 off because you bought all this other stuff with me, so I'm happy to do that for you. All right. That is the South Park logo, Pop 3. He's getting a little special discount. Okay. Ooh. Wow. looks so nice in a clear sleeve. It's kind of crazy. This is the only vintage set of South Park cards that exists. And it was printed in 1998, and now he owns the logo. Very cool. All right, Mr. Mark. PayPal on the way. Sounds good to me. All right, ready? Those are very hard to grade. Exactly. So, like, even if you did manage to pull another South Park logo, it's like good luck trying to get a 10 on it. You might have to open multiple boxes and try multiple times to get 110. And by then, you've already spent all that money. All right, cool, man. Good. Does Family Guy have cards? There are some Family Guy cards. We actually do have some Family Guy cards for sale. You might not have noticed it. We have Family Guy Star Wars booster packs. These are pretty fun. I think I'm running low on them. I think I have another box or two, but don't have a lot left. We sold a bunch, and then people just kind of forgot about them, I think. Star Wars Family Guy. There's a nice logo card in there. Okay, Mr. Mark. Look at that clay doll, not clay doll. Look at this octillery, and he's made out of clay. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty sad seeing the kitties go. I think it was especially hard on Karis. It is, but it turned out that I have a pretty severe allergy to the cats, and so that was the decision to do it. Here's Minum. Here's Aegis/, and Zacian. It's something we had talked about for a long time. Okay, here's a cold one. House is kind of quiet now. No kitties at all. Oh, Gengar. You need a sugar glider. No way. No way. This house is getting big spot clean. I don't think that's a term. This house is going to be minted. It's going to be so clean. And then there's going to be no animals. We are. But, you know, I've talked a lot about getting animals in the future. And so what I'm thinking we'll do in the future is we'll try to buy a house that has like a mini house. You know, sometimes there are houses that have like miniature houses, like servants' quarters or something like that. Maybe like a really good barn. And what we can do is we can get cats or dogs and keep them in the side home. That way the animals are completely separated from me in the main home, and there's no dandruff or hair anywhere that might cause allergic reactions. Carriage house. There we are. So that's what we're talking about. There. I actually do like the cats. They're nice. They're just, I can't be coughing to death, scared to walk through my own basement because it smells of cat piss. Ooh, look at that. Ta-da. Get an outdoor cat. Yeah, that's what I told her as well. I said, we'll get an outdoor cat maybe. Here's Manure. Ooh, lovely. Here's a cold one. This would be a great place to be an outdoor cat. So beautiful. Beautiful. The yards are nice. The people are nice. Lots of space. And it's a really lovely place to be a cat out here. All right. In 2025, dogs are the new children. They cost just as much as raising a human child. You know, it's easy to make fun of millennials for having like the whole pet baby or whatever, dog baby. But when you really think about it, humans have been having pets for a very long time. You know, like, yeah, the Egyptians worshiped the cats. The cats, what about the Black Plague that killed ridiculous numbers of Europeans? How did that start? They got rid of their cats because they thought cats were demonic, and then the rodents were spreading disease. Remember that? So, you know, then dogs, man's best friend. Dogs have been hunting with man for a long time, so it's just how it is. It is. I think that the subject of having children would be eased a lot if we could make as much money as our great-grandparents did. Mr. Mark, let's grab your bag. It's really very difficult to have children because of the financial burden, which is much harder these days than it used to be. Even just the doctor checkups while you're pregnant are extremely expensive if you don't have the insurance. And then even if you do have the insurance, it's not free. I'm allergic to bussy. Not bussy! No! I'm allergic to them too. My girlfriend would vacuum right before I'd come over. Nice. That's dedication. So we got these lovely Charizards. These are Altarts, and I think I'm going to be saving them for breaks. Yes. Only because I need a perpetual supply of break cards, and I am out of a variety. Like, I have more break cards, but I lack variety, and these cards will add some nice variety. Let me drill one. No. No. The drill is charged. The drill is charged. I found the drill charger. How nice. Okay, you paid to have a card drilled, and you shall receive a card drilling. Yes. Okay, sort of zoom out for you. All right. You know, I'm wondering if it's necessary to drill all the way to the other side. I feel like you actually just need to drill through the first layer of plastic and then drill a hole through the card, and then you're done, because the cards have been ruined at that point. So I feel like that's all that's needed. But maybe it looks better with the full hole, you know what I mean? Okay, Luffy is drilled. It's like Parmesan cheese. I'm going to eat some of this plastic. Seems like that's what anyone talks about now. All the microplastics. That's a big thing nowadays, isn't it? We're certainly not contributing to having a clean environment, are we? With our millions of penny sleeves and PSA slabs and our booster packs and the plastic they come in. Now you can put a chain. Now you can put a chain through it to wear it as a necklace. That's true. That is true. Okay, let's write some information on this. Drilled on 5/9/25 for a price of $55. Wow, that's dedication, Mr. Joseph. Okay, that's some nice data on the card. It helps us know what happened to it. We have a spectacular arrangement of drilled cards over time. There we go. Kind of like a crypto burner account where they just get rid of the crypto. They don't send it back and forth. Pretty impressive. Got our lint roller just for this occasion. I like to have a decently clean table. Show off the drill box. I'll give you $1 for it now. Oh, for the... No, I can't sell those. We keep these around so we can show them off from time to time. I'll show the drill box off the next time a card gets drilled, okay? So one more time and we'll show it off. All right, let's move on to the next order. Make a video of all drill cards together. Yeah, that'd be... I think we've done that before. Gregorio Panetta, another spot in the Vintage Team Rocket. Here goes. Oh, I need more energy cards. I'm out of energy cards. Ah, darn it, I gotta stand up for the energy cards. All right. So, give me a minute. We run through these energy cards pretty fast, don't we? All right. You know what I had for dinner? I had turkey meatballs with tomato sauce. And now I'm feeling a little heartburn. Darn you, tomato sauce. There's tomato sauce. Let's see. Got that perfect acidity. I tried authentic Parmesan cheese finally. Oops, did that really tip over? Imported from Italy. Ooh. Ooh. My cheese was imported from Italy. It had a specific flavor that I was really impressed by because it tasted exactly like Kraft Parmesan cheese. I thought the Parmesan cheese imported from Italy would have maybe like a richer, sharper, sort of like more special umami cheese flavor to it. But no, it just tasted kind of like wood-filling sawdust Kraft Parmesan, like the cheap stuff you get on the shelf at Walmart in the non-refrigerated area. So I was really surprised by that. Kraft has got that flavor really close. So I was like, well, I guess I don't need to buy that anymore. It was really pricey too. Really expensive cheese imported from Italy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was, you could tell it was super authentic. It had like a whole rind with some moldy looking stuff on it. And it was cut all strange and came from a specialty cheese part of this grocery store. Yep. And then it was just like, I only buy 24-month aged Parmesan. Yeah, so this one was like 55 months aged or something like that. It was like mold on it. It was really, I was like, all right, let's do it. Let's just splurge. It was pretty pricey. And then I was like cutting off a little piece of it and biting it. I'm like, oh, this tastes exactly like Kraft Parmesan, like the cheap Kraft Parmesan. So they figured out how to mimic that flavor pretty good. And you're not missing out on much. All right, I'm curious about this card. Let's find out about this card real fast. That's Red Wolf Red Hood. I'm pretty impressed how similar it is. Red Hood Signature. We want the lowest price, of course. Of course. Looks like the lowest price might be $278. We could definitely put that one up into the waifu shuffle, I suppose. $278, huh? We could host a waifu break on it. Would you guys like a waifu break? We haven't had a waifu break in a while. Is that desirable? Does anyone know? 60 months is crazy. There's a bank that takes Parmesan cheese. That's kind of like me accepting Pokemon cards as money. Look at this poor stupid guy. Dang, dude. They gave it a 6. Wow. Vicious. What a vicious grade. I don't know. It's Golbat. That's why there's a bank for Parmesan cheese, because it can age for a while. Okay. Plopping this over here, and we're going to say, I say 6. I mean, make them 25. Nothing unusual. Okay, we have a Mark Valerian. He says, could I get my order shipped, please? And can you keep the rest for being a great host? He's trying to give me a nice tip. Listen to this. All right, let me grab you this. So here's Mark. And I believe that's going to be the bag, right? Mr. Mark. And let's see. Might give you a bonus slab, huh? What kind of bonus slab we got for you? You're trying to give me the tip, huh? I'll give you a little tip. What do you think of that? I'm going to give you this little knockdown as a bonus. So even if you don't want it, you can give it to someone you like as a gift, okay? So you get a little bonus slab. Knockdown. By the way, Alexis comes in to ship the cards on Friday, so shipping officially begins tomorrow. She, of course, took Wednesday and Thursday off this week. I told her don't worry about the Wednesday shipping because she came in on Tuesday. So there's some, you know, there'll be a little bit of a delay if you had ordered on, let's say you'd ordered on Tuesday for shipping. Well, you're the guy who waited the longest then. There we go. And let's get you that. Shipping begins today. Yes. Shipping. We love shipping. Just as important as opening the packs. Okay. How heavy is this? You need to get a rotating tray that you can have all your slabs being shown in the background. That would be interesting. I'm going to increase this way here. Wasn't she moving? Yes, she is still moving. As far as I can tell, I am going to be running this business by myself by June or July or something. And I hate to see her go. I really do, because she does such a good job on the shipping. I really don't like it. There we go. There's that Cameron guy, but I can't really tell what level of enthusiasm he has. He was supposed to meet with me twice to do encapsulations, and each time he called off, and he hasn't really texted me since. I'm not texting him because I'm waiting for him to kind of push me and say, hey, I want this job. If he doesn't really push me, I don't know if I really want to hire him. All right, let's see. Kind of want him to have some enthusiasm or interest. So we have Gilberto Cedillo. He says, there's a big order. He says, Prob 1-8. Prob 1-8, what's that? What do you guys think that means? Prob 1-8. Oh, my eyes itchy. 8 of them. Prob 1. What could he be talking about? PRB. Ah, that makes a lot of sense. It's still pumping. Crypto to the moon. Nice. So, let's see. PRB. And he wants 8 of them. And would that be the English one? Because there's 2, you know. There's Japanese and English. LMAO, sell now. I'm stupid. So, let's see. PRB. We kind of got to look it up real fast. So I think it's the English one he's buying, right? Final Fantasy. Why is this so hard to find? Our menu is too large. I got to lower that menu. Yes, English. Okay, that's what I was thinking, because that seemed a little pricey per pack. Now, the next step is to locate our English box. Here it is. That wasn't too hard. And see if we have 18 of them, or if we need a fresh box. Big PRB order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, there you have it. One Piece PRB. I'll do it for free. Learning encapsulating the cards. You're hired. Get your butt cheeks over here. Might want to wait for us to move first. Doesn't make sense to come over here and then we just move away. Scooby-Doo, doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. All right. Mistress moving to Texas. I learned that Texas has something called an inventory tax. And so that right there might stop me from going to Texas. Inventory tax. I don't know if it's the whole state or certain areas. Ooh. Texas is interesting, though. Oh, that man. Here's Eustace Captain Kidd. Okay. Oh, Makino, huh? Here's a nice Makino. and Hody Jones. Is it Hody Jones? Bloop. Ooh, another full art. Ryuma full art. And Gecko Moria. That guy looks pretty dang creepy. You sell your house and you can use that money to buy 2 houses in Houston. You are. All right. Okay. And there we have Kuzan. I'm interested in the user last night who said they are sending you an encapsulation machine. Yeah, that guy was kind of funny. Here we are. He wasn't sending me an encapsulation machine. He was saying he was going to tell me how to grade cards. And I was kind of teasing him by pretending not to know how to grade cards when we already have an encapsulator and a whole setup. So I was just giving him a little trouble. Kuzan, Eustace, Gecko, Ryuma, Hody, Makino, Eustace, Sabo, Boa, Your Turn, and Kaido. All right, cool. So that was for our friend Mr. Gilberto Cedillo. All right, let's see. Where are you? Oh, there you are. I was like, this guy's got a bag, right? He had a nice fat bag. I've only misread graded cards before. Yeah, I know. That was really funny. All right. Okay. There we go. Shroomish. Blue Bazora. Ooh. PSA 7 Gym Leaders. Flareon. You know, I feel like 65 is a bit high, to be honest. That must have been the price I found online for this card. Let's get a more realistic price on this. Let's be honest. PSA 7, right? I'm bringing it all the way down to 30. That's my own price. That's not eBay's price. That's TCC's price. At $30, now it's starting to look like something I might buy, you know? You look at it and you go, maybe. Gregorio Panetta. 5 Pokey Shuffles. I don't think anyone was looking at it going, maybe, when it was at $65. You know what I'm saying? What does PSA think about micro scratches? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it? What do we have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a cold round, Gregorio. Gregorio, let me know if you want these put into your bag. I actually think I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple more Korean cards here. Okay. They're all Korean language, so that the back of the card looks the same for all of them. Pop that in there. Okay. This nice Shroomish. Wow. Shroomish looking so good. Okay, we have a Mr. Omar Batui, 4 Pokey Shuffle. Did we not just do that? Oh, nope, we did not. Omar Batui, 4 Pokey Shuffles. You got it, man. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? 2, 3, 4. That's a cold round as well, Mr. Omar. If you would like these cards placed in your bag, just let me know. They're all yours. Okay. Nidoran. Nidoran's probably hard to sell too, especially at $80. You know, I feel like these are really some of the hardest cards to sell are pricey PSA 9s. They basically need to be Charizard in order to get sold. Here's a drill card right here. Now, let's get a new card up on the table, shall we? Now, this Noctowl, that'll probably sell because he's going to be real cheap. That's a German Remoraid. What do you guys think of that? That music's driving me nuts, dude. It's like so clowny or something. I say we play 9 Inch Nails all night for one night. Scare all the huzz away. Okay. He is a $24 card as a 9. $24, huh? We'll place ours at, I don't know, $22. Lovely. We have an order from Mahasvara. Let's get a box of Heat Wave and shipping. I'll need a new bag for the cards, and I've got 6 slabs for shipping. Hey, how's it going, Mr. Mahasvara? So, okay, let's get started by looking around for that Heat Wave. I think I have to stand up for the Heat Wave. Is that right? Yep. All right, fresh box of Heat Wave. I'll be right back. 9 Inch Nails Tron, that's right. That's going to be so good. Here we are. Just to be clear, I'm a huge 9 Inch Nails fan before it was popular. That's my thing. I was listening to 9 Inch Nails just before we went live. Actually, sometimes I go live a couple minutes later because I'm just enjoying my music. It's so weird. All these years later, and it's like I don't like that many artists. I pretty much just listen to 9 Inch Nails all day. It's got such a great range of songs. They're all pretty angry. Is the queue long? I don't think it is. It is. People always ask that question. Here we are. All right. For you 6 is super short. Want to break your last Nintendo Series 2 pack. Nintendo Series 2 pack. I'm trying to remember. I think I was trying to not to sell any more of those. What was the price on those? Do you remember? I think the reason I was trying not to sell any more of those was because I really wanted to grade them, the booster packs themselves, in order to have some more graded Nintendo Series 2 boosters out in the wild, you know, kind of preserve them. You had one left and you wanted to keep it. I don't know if it was the case that I have one left. I've got a bunch left, but they're all high quality. Like, I think they're like Mario or something. I can't remember actually. I was trying to leave some of the Mario artworks unopened so I could grade those. But yeah, I should have a couple of them. Another thing I have a lot of, I have some graded Pokemon games, and I was thinking of putting one into a break. We had that Jumbo Charizard break finish. That'd probably be a smart thing to get those Pokemon games moved. Ready? So here is Gyarados. All right, Mr. Mahasvara, good luck. How about an unopened one from you? Yes, that sounds right. Here's Ho-Oh. Ooh, Hoot Hoot. He evolves from Hoot Hoot, as you guys know. Ho-Oh does. That's why their names are so similar. Here's a cool one. What was the price on those Nintendo Series 2? Do you remember? What's that? Here's Zeraora. Greedent. Ooh, Blaziken. Blaziken getting some love. Okay, cold. Cold. Another Blaziken. Great looking card. Roselia. Ooh, picking up the SAR. Nice. All right, good box, huh? It's not bad. What's up, Mr. John? John, how are you today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday night, Friday morning. What time is it, by the way? 3:47. We run real late because this is the late night stream. Okay, Yanma. Yabba Dabba Dooma. Cold. Cold. All right. To make this truly feel like a late night stream, we need to run a Girls Gone Wild ad from time to time. We are. All right. Oh. All right. Oops. Ho ho, Lapras. I think I paid you like $130 for the pack, but I would have to go back to look. That sounds about right. Somewhere in that area. This. And then I think I probably took them off the menu at some point, didn't I? I'd probably do another pack for about $150, but I was really hoping to keep those last ones sealed, but I'll grab you one for $150 if you'd like. Oops. All right. I remember those ads coming on when I was a teenager in the middle of the night. Did they turn you into a horn dog? They turned me into a horn dog. I was like, no way, bro. Oh, man. To be young and not understand boobs yet. Holy. First time you see boobs, just like a brain explosion. Shows you how we're hardwired, you know? We're definitely not, you know, we're not like blank canvases. We're really, there's DNA in us telling us what to do and how to feel. You see boobies? Get excited. Yippee. Those GGW ads with the freaking island music. That's funny. All right, there goes. I don't blame you. I'll do one for $150 if you'd like. That's Mr. Mazvar. He said get a new bag, and then he said he's got some slabs. You got it, man. And the narrator hyping it up. Get you some of these bolt cards in the bag. Put that around the cards like a shield. Yeah. Yep. Girls Gone Wild. That only played really late at night. Okay. Let's go print that label. Here we are. Found your address. Very good. Tickle bitties. You ever see the Courage of the Cowardly Dog episode? Which episode? I didn't get to watch that one, unfortunately. My family was quite poor, and so we didn't have cable. We did not have cable. We did eventually get satellite. One year we eventually got satellite. You know why? My mom wanted to watch the Catholic channel. So all day long, Catholic channel. It was pretty tough. Didn't get to really watch what you wanted at home. Okay. Just cooling off that ink. And you all fought over the TV, I'm sure. It wasn't too bad, actually. It wasn't too bad. Everyone loved watching movies and TV shows, so... You know, as long as something was playing, people were happy. Now, video games, that's a different story. The video games, we fought over all the time. We're like, we should play this. No, I don't want to play that. This guy got a 9, dude. Should just crack him. He's a rainbow? He's not a rainbow. Since he's not a rainbow, I'm not going to bother cracking him. Okay. Actually, we just watched the James Bond that had Odd Job in it. And it had like the golden gun. And I remember that, playing that on the GameCube, you could get... what was the name of the game? Was it 007 Nightfall or something like that? I can't remember the name of the game, but you could get the golden gun, and you could play 4-player split screen, and one of you guys could be Odd Job. It was so fun. So fun. It was better to play Odd Job because he was slightly smaller than everyone else, and as a result, he was harder to shoot. So it was like cheating if you played Odd Job. Hey, you can't be Odd Job. Danny, say no more. Hello Kitty Weiss. Well, what do you know? We need another box of Hello Kitty Weiss. I'll be right back, everybody. We had a rule, no Odd Job. Odd Job's cheating. He's too small. I found them. All right, climbing over here, stepping over this. Can you check if I'm in the queue? I certainly can. 6 is right after Danny St. Amour for a mega sublist spot. There it is. Okay. 6 is over here tapping her foot. She's like, come on. When are we going to open that? GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64 was a game changer, literally. It was so fun to play. Oh, yeah. What a crazy time period. All right. We'd play that at our friend's house. It was so fun. There we go. Never played anything like that before. A versus mode for shooters like that with up and down. All right. Bond. James Bond. So silly. Meow. Here's Hello Kitty 1. This is for our friend Danny St. Amour. Oh, I like this one. Hello Kitty BR. Nice. Okay. Peta Peta Manilian. Peta Peta Manilian. Can't say it. Peta Peta Manilian. Man, that's a tough word, man. Is it meant to be that tough? I feel like this is supposed to be for kids. I played Jet Force Gemini. Here's Kurimi. Kurimi. Lovely. The doggy with the little wink. Wink. Hello, Titty. Meow. Here's the Hello Kitty. Here's My Melody. And this guy with the harp. He's got a nice harp. Star Fox, Smash, and Ocarina. All right. Danny St. Amour. Ooh, lots of lovely cards in there. And of course, your Hello Kitty Chase card, the double-sided BR card. All right. Your bag's getting pretty full, isn't it? Danny, that BR card, that's a pretty obvious thing to send off to grade. I wouldn't even bother pre-grading that one. That one's probably going to do good. It is. Those cards are really well centered. All right, what else we got? Oh, here's a lovely English Umbreon reverse foil. Lucky that graded 10, because if that graded 9, that'd have been pretty bad. Okay, Umbreon reverse foil. What do you suppose this goes for? $20 for the PSA 7 Joker Gym card. I think we said 30. Here it is. The thing is, it's still a lovely card from the yellow deck, and it is encapsulated, so I know it has some value. The cheapest buy now on eBay is $65, I believe. So 30, it's pretty good already. It's from 1998, and it's from the yellow deck. Umbreon. 059. Do. We want the reverse holo. I know the reverse holo should be harder to acquire, right? We want an actual reverse holo. Well, these are all Pokeball reverse holos. Well, what's the absolute cheapest? $90? Oh, that seems really pricey. All right, so the absolute cheapest is $90. I'm just going to do it. 95.25. You know why? Because it's hard enough to grade actual English cards and English holos. And we'll just play around with that and see what we do with it. That card might be a break. Okay. I gotta tap out. I gotta go to work in a few hours. No problem, Mr. Aerospace Man. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for the huge orders, man. It made that night really cool. That was a lot of fun, man. Yes. Oh man, I almost feel like this table needs to be tilted slightly. Okay. Miss Six says the Mega Sublist. Oh yes. Okay, there it is. The Mega Sublist is done. Just 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there it is. Double checked. 6 gonna win. She could. She has a 1 in 10 odds. I missed out on GoldenEye for N64. I played Jet Force Gemini. Oops. All right, give me a number. There we go. Yaw number 1 at 4 a.m. 8. AVAX says 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good luck, everybody. Here's LR. I'm picking up a nice little Umbreon here. So that's Elizabeth Reigns. And I'm going to actually give her that little Umbreon. I'm going to put that in her bag. I think her bag would be over here. I don't think it's really worth anything, but I don't know where I saw Elizabeth Reign last, actually. Does she need a new bag? I don't think I've seen her in a while. The bag. Jennifer Yap. Ah, here it is. She just hasn't used the bag in a while, I think. All right, there it is. Lovely. So that's number 1. Number 2 is Andrew Martin. And that's going to be it on number 2, Andrew Martin. Number 3 is Blake. Number 4 is Anthony. Number 5 is NHCC. Number 6 is Anthony. Number 7 is Kevin Boo. Number 8 is Bill Barron. Number 9 is Jeff Leon. And number 10 is 6. So, the second spot was Andrew A. Martin. And he has just pulled himself a Mega Booster Pack. Wow. Pretty good. The Mega Break is an interesting thing because you only get so many chances in the Sublist to pull yourself a Mega Booster Pack. That Mew is a really nice pull. It's probably done nothing but go up in value over time. Ever since we started it, cards have continued to rise in price. Oh my Lanta. And boom. Okay. So, did Tammy happen to catch that? I don't know if Tammy was watching this. Might want to have that clipped because the people who were in there might want to know. Mega Booster. And this will say Andrew Martin. All right. So where's that Mew? It is. Jonathan Morris was on it last. Where's Jonathan Morris, I wonder? This. And now Andrew Martin. So So that's up to 2. Haha. All right. The Mega Sublist dost continue. Oh. There it is. Oh. The new round begins. It was worth the wait, says Andrew. Yeah, that was a long wait to see the outcome, huh? I'm going to go over to Breaks History and update this to say Mega Sublist. And it went off at 231.00. Okay. Oops. Good. That's done. Let's go ahead and rotate these. Oops. That is the Pokepot tipping over a little there. Oh no, the dice fell out. Uh-oh. That's not good. How many dice do I have? I have none of the dice? They all fell out? That's not good. Where'd they go? Oh, that's so annoying. I lost all the dice. Oh my God. Where could they have gone? Okay, well, we lost all the dice for the Pokepot, so now I'll have to get new dice. That's awful. Wow, all because it tipped over. Where could it have even gone? Maybe into this little box. They didn't get up and run away with the spoon. They had to have gone somewhere. That's annoying. Can you confirm you got payment for the South Park slab? Oh, yes. Let me check that for a moment. Give me a second. So hit refresh. Yep, there it is. All yours. Ta-da! Beautiful card. All right. Write your name on it. Okay. There we go. All right. Did they fall into this box, maybe? Wow. That's so dumb. I like those dice. I like that they were all the same color. They're very easy to read. Very visible on screen. I got no clue. That's crazy. They just like disappeared. Okay. So now we have Zachary Stekskowski, 1 box of EB2. Ah, thanks for your patience, man. Maybe they went like flying. Did they go flying? Maybe they went all the way over here. I'm so befuddled. Have you ever been befuddled? I've been befuddled before. Okay. Ooh. The dice fall into your pocket. They went somewhere, huh? Crazy. All right, snipping it up, guys. Got a snip here. And we got a snip here. If you're watching this stream and you've never placed an order before, try placing your first time order. Your orders are what give us our entertainment. So basically the stream is made out of all your orders put together. So when you purchase something, you don't just open something for yourself. You give everyone something fun to watch. Kind of cool, the idea. It is. We have some really fantastic breaks. We also have a moving sale going on. Mr. Zachary Stekskowski is opening up really cheap One Piece because we've made it really cheap. So I can liquidate all my stuff before I leave. Or at least a lot of my stuff. Okay. All right. My mom said not to buy Pokies from strangers. Wow, so wise. It's my mommy said. Okay. Man, I was scrolling through my TikTok and there was the The one lady, she's the head of the DOJ. What's her name? Pam Bondi or something like that. And she was warning parents to watch their kids more carefully on the internet because there's so many bad people on the internet trying to abuse your kid. Creepy to hear that, you know? Terrible. Here's a hollow. Mister, you said you're moving? No more lake house? We are very interested in moving. We might move to just a different lake house in another area, though. Ooh. There we go. We're kind of interested in moving closer to a place with more amenities because we want to have more places to go walking. Walking is really important, and out here in Lake of the Ozarks, you can really have a ton of fun on the lake for about 3 months. June, July, and August. You can technically play in May, and you can technically play in September because it's hot enough. But the water's pretty chilly at that point. But the water really heats up in June, July, and August. In fact, it gets so hot, it gets up into like the mid-80s. It's like a warm bathtub. It's crazy. But there's no like shopping mall to go shopping at in the winter, and we get some really boring winters. And then in my opinion, there's a lack of food variety. So I feel like there just needs to be more places to walk. And I don't see that changing out here very rapidly. Like, they're building a bunch of stuff. They're building like an amusement park, actually. It's like a $300 million project or something like that. $300 million. But, you know, when I think about it, even though Lake of the Ozarks has got these developments, every place has got a development, doesn't it? You know, most places have developments. So we think that we are probably in an income tier where we deserve to live in a nicer place. And we could continue to hack it out here, but we don't have to. We can just buy a nice home pretty much. I mean, if we sell all 3 of our properties and get all the equity out, we can really make a nice move to somewhere. Yes. There's nothing holding us back except for ourselves at this point. Mr. Zach. Okay. Because we're paying all 3 of these mortgages pretty easily. You got a fat little bag, huh? Let's move some of these over here. Do things ever get crazy with tourists or people wanting to show up just because of the Netflix show? So summer's the busy season, and the roads get pretty congested during the summertime. We also have something really special out here called the Shootout, and that is the annual. It's actually on live television on ESPN. It's the largest, I think, largest unofficial boat race that I think I read. I don't know exactly what the unofficial thing means, but every year it's recorded, and it's a pretty cool event. There's like hundreds of boats all tied together, and that creates like a way to watch the actual shootout, and people are like in the water, just hanging out on their boat, hanging out in the water, drinking beers. And then these huge, space-looking shuttles come out, and they're all on display for a day before the races. So they get put on display, and it's really crazy. They're all propped up on their sides. They're all multi-million-dollar boats. And they line the sort of like the Bagnell Strip, the main street, with those boats. It's super impressive. I mean, the amount of wealth there is really impressive. And then they have all this food and festivities and stuff like that, and then the big boat race goes off. But we never actually go and watch the boat race on our boat because you would have to own a decently large boat to do that. And we have owned a Tritoon. We actually just sold that Tritoon, by the way. So we had a Tritoon, we just sold it, and we have another boat. It's called a Sea-Doo boat, and we're thinking about selling that too, especially since we're interested in moving. And they're just like too small of boats. Plus, we have to drive them really far to actually get to where they host the shootout. So we would have to drive on the lake for like an hour to get to the shootout. Our home is never located right next to it. Those lake houses right next to the shootout get really expensive. So we just don't make a day of it, We've never done it before. Like, we're not even sure how it would work. Like, you drive up to another boat and say, all right, tie me up. So we've never done it. I don't know. It's just, I'm such a busy guy. It's hard for me to give up my work day. On the day of the shootout, I could be out of my boat or I could be here working. Ooh, what am I going to choose? Probably working. A house down a few blocks caught on fire this afternoon. Crazy. I know what boat you're talking about. Those are crazy fast. They do that once a year at Solomon's Island, where I live in Maryland. You should see it out here. It's we watch it on the television because we know it's pretty close to us, you know. So we watch it on the television because they'll stream it live on ESPN, and it's pretty insane. They try to break records every year. They don't just break records with like the spaceship looking boats. They break records with Sea-Doos. They break records with pontoons, tri-toons. They kind of take every class of boat, soup it up, and then try to break the world record for how fast that boat goes. So it's really neat. Then they got like they have like an air show too. Every year there's like a biplane that does all its tricks. It's pretty neat. Joey Albrecht, 10 more Pokey Shuffles. You got it, Mr. Joey Albrecht. Good luck, man. A house down a few blocks. Let's see. There's a massive fire near my area right now. I feel bad for the affected victims. Oh, that's sad. I don't like to hear that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. All right. Ooh, Espeon 10 sounds pretty good. I like that. Arcanine 10. I'm not going to complain about that either. All right. Nice Kingdra. Yes, he's $100. We could pop him into the Pokey Shuffle. Would you guys like him in the Pokey Shuffle? That'd be an interesting one. He's exactly $100. All right, we're looking for an Arcanine 10. Is this it? Oh, lovely. Lovely Arcanine. And then an Espeon 10 as well, huh? What could that be? Espeon 10. I can't think of that. Is it this? Is it this one? Oh, no, it's not. It's a different one. All right. Oh, it's this one. All right. Number 063. There we go. Cool. There's a good Espeon in the box. That's $90. I thought you pulled that one. All right. Ta-da. This one's really nice. I like the Arcanine. And this music we're playing is so bad. Do you get much snow out there in the winter? Every year in January, we get typically 1 or 2 snowfalls. And yeah, they can actually get pretty deep. It's Missouri, so it's not quite exactly a southern state, you know what I mean? It's kind of up in the middle of the country, isn't it? So yeah, we can get some snow. Our winters are generally pretty mild until January hits. When January hits, the temperatures get down to like 10 degrees and big snowstorms can come through, but it's never that terrible. The thing is, it's too cold to do much outside, so you need to do stuff indoors. And one of the most basic things you can have is a mall, like just a traditional mall that you have like stores to go into and go shopping. When we lived in St. Louis, there's like multiple large malls: the Dupair Mall, the Galleria Mall, the Mid Rivers Mall. It used to be the Chesterfield Mall. That one shut down. Am I missing any others? I think those are the big ones. Mid Rivers used to be real busy, but it kind of slowed down. The Galleria is fantastic, and then Dupair's decent. I think Dupair and the Galleria are the best ones, though. And so in the wintertime, you could just go there and you'd smell Cinnabon, you'd smell Starbucks, there'd be a movie theater, there was a whole food court, all these places to go shopping for Christmas, you know, that was really fun. We just don't have that out here. There's not enough people living in Lake of the Ozarks to justify having a big mall. And so I don't think we're going to have one unless there's some giant influx of people. But so that's what we're talking about. Chester Bennington Field. Ah, yes, Chester Bennington Field. I live in Northeast, and we just had a pretty pansy-ass winter and tens of blizzards compared to usual. Mister, can you please ship? I will be traveling soon and would appreciate it. We'll come back to order in June. I'd be happy to ship your stuff out. All right, Mr. Brett. Skibby dee bee dee bee dee 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 dee. You are Mr. Brett. This is a nice little Charizard card, you know. Bring back malls. Well, you know, the Galleria Mall in St. Louis was plenty busy. That's the mall in the busiest part of St. Louis, and so it got plenty of people, and you could go there and even expect to have trouble finding good parking because it could be so busy, especially during Christmas time. And so that's a nice mall. I don't like the way that's fitting. Let's see. Do I have a wider one actually? I think I do. There we go. And this one's nice and wide, so he'll fit nice and cleanly in here. Okay, so this is a nice fat sleeve. Oh yeah, perfect fit. I don't actually have a supply of these. This is a fat top loader. I only own this because I got it from a different seller. Okay. Pop this in here like this. Malls were the best. Yeah, they still are. I still like them. Anytime I go to a mall and it's busy and full of people, that's great. People still like to go out and shop. That's still a thing. It just, your shop's got to be more interactive and have weird things in it, you know? You can't just be in competition with Amazon and Walmart, right? Like, card shops are awesome. There's actually, in Springfield, Missouri, there's a mall called Battlefield Mall. And so that's the closest mall to us right now. It's about an hour and a half drive. And we go to it every now and then just to have something to do. Hour and a half's a bit, you know, it's a bit far, isn't it? So it's so far away. That one's so far away that we don't like to visit it too often. But, you know, maybe once a month. And when you go in, what really strikes you is how crowded it is. There's so many people there. It has a fantastic feeling that makes you remember why malls are so much fun, because you can go there and people watch, and it's just really crowded. And there's food smells everywhere. Here's the best part. Tons of kids running around. Tons of them. There's just kids all over the place. Young kids. And it feels great. You know, it feels lively because of that. Because where I live in Lake of the Ozarks, it's all old people. Which I'll be old too, right? I'm 36 now. I'm basically old. But there's, you know, when you go to basically like a retirement town, there is kind of a geriatric feeling at some point where you start to feel like, man, where's all the kids? So there's something about it that just makes you feel a little, there's a lack of balance. There's a lack of balance for sure. But so you go to this mall and you see young people running around. You're like, it's like a breath of fresh air almost. Like, okay, I'm in a society that has children. And that's a powerful thing, you know. So that's something we notice when we go out there to that mall. But the crowd is great. It's fun going to like the food court and seeing like a huge line for food. It's fun going into some of the little stores. Like you could go into Hot Topic. It's packed. It's packed with, you know, goofy kids going, oh, I'm going to buy this stupid nose ring or something like that. And it's almost nostalgic for that reason. But, you know, I think there's other malls in America that do quite well. But then there's a lot of dying malls. And maybe that's just the sign that there were too many malls. You know what I mean? Anyways, Lake of the Ozark doesn't have one. And I feel like that's something we really miss. I got my ear pierced at Claire's when I was like 12. Don't forget my silver coin. Have no fear. The silver coin is treated like a slab. So it's not in it's not in with your bags. It'll be treated as a slab. You'll receive that with all your other slabs. Does corn rule? Yeah, so they have a Claire's at this Battlefield Mall too. And it's, like I said, it's just busy. It's full of people. We saw a girl getting her ear pierced. Okay, there we go. So are we out of orders? Hit refresh here. No, Heb doesn't. It is terrible. My really good friend had a TCG store at the mall, and they closed the whole mall to turn it into low-income housing. Oh, yeah, I've heard some malls doing that, turning the mall into like a housing community. And some of those can be kind of upscale. But I think that's what I was getting to as well. So in this Battlefield Mall in Springfield, there's this really big card shop. And you can see people walking into the mall like in like cosplay and stuff like that to go to the card shop. And that is such a nice feeling. It's full of geeks and nerds. You go in there and they got all this product. Although they're funny enough, their slab selection is nowhere near good as mine. Like they got all these slabs on display and they're just not impressive. Maybe because they all sold, But if they all sold, that means they're not keeping up with inventory fast enough on graded cards. But yeah, so, you know, but they've got these big tables out and they're actually being used. It's just full of people playing games and playing like Dragon Ball, playing even the Lorcana game. But most of it was Magic, of course, and some Pokemon as well. So a lot of people playing Magic. And yeah, it's just nice to see those table filled and people there and noise. Out here, it's quiet. You get this real nice feeling from Lake of the Ozarks. Like it's a very homish feeling, by the way. But you get cabin fever. You get cabin fever, like real cabin fever, like the original version. Not like I'm cooped up in Hawaii kind of, but no, like actual cabin fever. Like I'm stuck inside of a jail. Like this home is a jail because there's not enough places to go. And so, you know, we have the money to upgrade to a fancier place. And so we're really talking a lot about that. It is terrible. My really good friend had a TCG store. Yeah, with all the Mid-Rivers Mall, you know, is kind of getting shut down. All right, it's 4:25 a.m. We are about 3 hours in. Let's go ahead and work on this giveaway. If you guys are wanting the stream to continue, send in an order, and we'll keep it running. Let's go ahead and see who's getting a giveaway spot. Shinobi NSX. Shinobi. Number 3. Open a Carddass store with neon lighting. Here's Baz, all about that Baz. Number 4. And free popcorn. Bear in the Woods. Oh, I just went into a grocery store. It was like raining a lot that day. And I went into a grocery store and they had these big bags of popcorn in like the opening of the grocery store where you get like your grocery cart. You know, there's usually you walk into the first set of front doors and then there's like a little walk to a second set of front doors. That's how most stores are. And the smell of the popcorn was like mixing with the humidity and it was terrible. It smelled like wet dog. It was so gross. I was like, where's the wet dog? And then I realized, oh my gosh, it's popcorn. The popcorn butter smell, when you mix it with like a lot of humidity from outside, can just smell like wet dog. There's Tyler Franson. I was like, what the hell? Not a good smell. It is. 6 on 6, huh? That's pretty cool. Look at that. 6 on 6. TCC again, but a new viewer needs to win. Oh, sure. We are. Any new viewers here tonight? Terry Mills. Number 8. Mr. Read my message. I have a card I would like to put as a giveaway. What? What are you talking about? Andy Man on 8. 97K yet? We're getting closer. Clued. And number 10. It's in my bag. Melissa. Okay, cool. It's the Roaring Moon SAR. You're trying to give away a Roaring Moon? All right, I accept your donation. I'm giving it away to my favorite charity, me. What are you talking about? Eternatus. Bro, you can't be giving away no fancy Pokemon cards. Here it is. Ooh. Oh. You should have me grade them and then have me buy them from you or something like that. You would just be giving them away? What are you talking about, Troy? This. Oh, yes, please. I have one already. You have one already. Listen to him. He has one already. He's rich. He's rich with Pokemon cards. All right. Here's this. Gengar. Coming up onto the table. We sold the first one of these in the daytime stream. Ooh. $44 for the beautiful Gengar. 2022 Gengar. Alright, so what the hell is this? Green Goblin out of 50. Graded 9. I do not even know what I paid for this. Probably too much. Donation that comes back to you. Are you a Democrat? I'm setting up a charity and assigning myself to CEO of that charity. So that's an out of 50 Topps Chrome Green Goblin Gold Wave. Green Goblin Chrome. All right, let's see what kind of stuff we come up with. Here's an out of 39 Green Goblin for $150 with 13 watchers. Really? What about sold? They're an out of 50. Okay. I have a price coming up for this Green Goblin. He's going to be a cheap $40. That's out of 50. It says down here. He's this Gold Wave. And he's a 9. Is Gold Wave supposed to be really expensive? Let me look that up. PSA 9, Marvel, Gold Wave, 50. And then let me check sold. Looks like my pricing is fine. Okay, good. Good. NGOs for the win. I'm opening an NGO. Each box has 2 packs. One set was Street Fighter 2, the other Killer Clowns from Outer Space. What? I want Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Where's my Killer Clowns from Outer Space? Killer Clowns. Here's an out of 75 Purple Refractor Iron Moon. Ooh. All right. These Marvel cards are being hosted in PS8's new heavy slab. So the slab's real heavy in your hand. Iron Man out of 75, huh? Iron Man 50. There's like none available. Let me check sold maybe. Let's see. Oh, these are quite expensive. So he finished for like 113, 122, 207. The same artwork, but different styles. We have the Purple Refractor on ours. So I don't know if Purple Refractor is super desirable, but it's very easy to see the card. The other ones were kind of ugly looking. Let's go with, I guess, a flat 100 on this. Okay. I don't think anyone would necessarily buy it, but who knows? It's still numbered. Would you like it if I offered a break on something like that? You have any airline vintage stuff? Crazy question, and I am still awake. Airline vintage stuff. Is airline like a Pokemon type, like a Pokemon set? Because I swear to God, I have a miniature deck of airplane cards from Pokemon that I bought for a lot of money a long time ago. And I don't know where it's at, but I know I own it. I need to open it and grade all the little cards out of it. I sent 2 Cards Missed boxes to Mister, one for him and one for the stream. They didn't scan the box and threw it on the truck anyway. Saw the security images, so no one knows where it is. Wow. He's just trying to be nice and generous, and UPS or whatever screwed up the order, huh? That's crazy. That's a lot of money lost. Wow. That's wild. A booster box is never cheap. Here's Mystique. She's kind of a waifu. I think we could actually put her up into the waifu box. Let's see. So we're going to say PSA 9, tops, me, Mystique, and out of what, 39? I think that's one out of 39. So out of 39, there are none for sale. Let me check sold. Boop. I'm not seeing one here either. Did I spell Mystique right? Topps Chrome Marvel Mystique. Let me try removing PSA 9. So it just says PSA. Nope, still nothing for sale. Let me try removing the 39. And there she is. So PSA 9 yellow refractor out of 75 is $75. And here's one out of 99. So let me check sold. Here's one out of 150, sold for $40. Here's one that doesn't have a number on it at all, sold for $40. Ours is out of 39. That's a pretty low number. Here's one out of 99, sold for $60. So ours is a pretty low number. I'm going to start this one off at 100, similar to the Iron Man. Actually, this one's slightly lower, and there's nothing to compare it to online, which I think actually is a benefit because I think it's actually suggesting this might be quite valuable. All right. Was talking about actual airlines as I'm an AV geek, but didn't know there was an airline Pokemon deck. Yeah, they're okay. They're interesting. I often feel like the airline cards are overpriced. Ooh, this one's cool. Look at this. So here's a Juggernaut 9 out of 50. Gold wave again. PSA Topps Juggernaut. And let's just see how this goes. So we want one that's out of 50. But there's not one out of 50. Let's see. Here's a blue wave out of 150 for $52. Here's just a plain PSA 9 for $35. Let me check sold. Imagine any of these had graded 10. That'd have been so nice. Oh, here we go. I found the exact thing we have. Right here. For $100, sold on April 2nd. So that's the exact same card. Actually, that one's... we have Gold Wave. The one that sold was simply Gold Refractor. Is Gold Wave more valuable? Oh, here we go. In February, a Gold Wave PSA 9 out of 50 sold for... With shipping, it's $86. Ooh. I don't know if I want to charge $86. I think oops. Hold on, this guy is not ready. Let's give him a sleeve. Juggernaut is someone's daddy. It certainly feels that way. Okay. So all 4 of these are numbered Marvel cards. They did grade a nice high 9. If they graded 10, the prices would be unbelievably high. So you might enjoy them as 9. We might offer a break on one of them if you guys would like them to be broken. So next up we have Zach. He says, one more box of EB2. Well, Mr. Zach, I think it's time for me to go get more EB2. I'll be back. All right, here we are. Perfect. All right. Haha. Ooh. Good luck, Mr. Zach. Boop. Throwing that away. We have been opening so much of this EB2, it's really impressive. Mr. Zach, this is a fresh case of EB2. First box out of it. Okay. And a snip. Good. Oh, heartburn. All right, let's do it. Let's see what you get. I'm curious. Are you curious? Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Oh. Oh, still didn't bring any new sleeves in. I'm so dumb. So we got these Marvel cards. They're pretty interesting. It's a bummer that none of them graded 10, but I think I made a trade for those with Mr. Brandon, so that's pretty rough. All of them graded 9? Jesus. I don't remember who the trade was with, but I think it was Brandon. Okay, here's girl. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Oops. That's a holographic. Hollow. CGC next time. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Ooh, blue girl. All right. Blue girl. If I was green, I would dive. Oh, you got the apple guy. You did so good. Apple tongue guy. Okay. That is one ugly character. And oops, there we have it. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it, man. Oop. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Let's grab your bag. I don't know what this cheery music is. It sounds like a Target ad. So go ahead. You be yourself. Have a bite. Weight Watchers cookies. You deserve it. How about Minecraft music? Why is the Minecraft music like instantly insanely better? Like 10 times better. Vegapunk, cool, LMAO. Mr. Julio Oliveira. because I'm shipping, could I take everything? No, we don't do that. So the problem with that is, if we allowed that for you, every time someone shipped, they would add bulk to their bag. That's what would happen. And so we try not to do that. But let's take a quick look at what the order was. I'll take the Holos and Hits, ship please. 1 box of Weiss Hololive Summer. Oh, we can do it for the Weiss Hololive Summer. Those are really thin packs, so we can definitely do that for those. Okay, I should have read it first. 1 Chinese Gem Pack, 1 Chinese 151, 1 Korean V-Star Universe. Do you have any sleeves or slabs for the jumbo Pokemon cards? I'm looking for one or either and will pay for any additional fees. I technically do have sleeves and holders, top loaders for jumbo cards. However, first of all, they're very expensive. But second of all, it would be insanely terrible to try and ship those to you. We'd have to get a special sized box and a special label. So label for a large box. So they're insanely annoying. So whatever price you would pay with me would be such a premium that you're better off just locating somebody selling them online in bulk. Okay, so let's get started. So 1 box of the Hololives. Okay. Yeah, we can do the bulk on the Hololives. That's no problem. 1 Chinese Gem Pack. Where's our Gem Packs? Gem. Here it is. Chinese Gem Pack. 1 151. Is that right? Yes, 1 151. And a Korean V-Star Universe. Now, that's a tricky one. Where the hell would that be? That is a difficult one. Maybe right here. Is this it? Is it this one? Oh, we found it. Nice. Got it. Got it all. How good. Okay. Let's start here. When I die, I'm going to have somebody playing Minecraft at my funeral. The only proper way to be buried. You know, some people do like the bagpipes. Actually, oh my gosh. Wow. That was a consequential pack. Look at that 1-pack snipe golden Dialga here. That's Origin Form Dialga, I believe. Wow. Did you guys catch that? Amazing. All right. He is probably pretty happy with that. Okay. Okay, now we've got a little golem. And the kitty, Chansey, the duck, and the shiny duck. Wah. Good. Okay. Hololive Productions. 1 box of the Hololive Summer. Okay. One more time. There it goes. Bloop. Let's start snipping. Snip. Do 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 do. Shibboop. And skitty. Oh, what do we have? Angel Girl. Okay. Girl with green hair thing. Long tummy girlfriend. Oh, yeah. Loving them long tummies. Rat girlfriend. Squeak. Pink-haired but cut short girlfriend. And blonde-haired girlfriend. Boink. All right. Konnichiwa time. Konnichiwa. That's some Hololive. Now, let's go put this in this bag. Cool. and get you some shipping. Let's see. Have we shipped you before? It looks like we might have shipped you before, but let me go take a look. Make sure we got the right person. We've had a pretty productive last 7 days. Been pretty busy. Is that Gengar 44 or 94? It's 44. Okay, you're a new guy, so we are shipping you for the first time. Totally new guy. Oh, perfect. Okay, that is exactly what I found when I looked you up. Popping this address in here. And let's grab your email. I'm in Minecraft for the millionth time. Printing this. Making some adjustments. It tried to make an adjustment to the address. So the adjustment it made, it got rid of the letter N, which I think might mean like unit N or something like that. Is that okay for it to not have that? Or does it need to have N in the address? It's trying to get rid of that N. I don't want to misship this. The Gengar is purchased. Okay. Bye-bye, Gengar. Gengar really just doesn't last up on this table. We're pretty close to printing out your label, but it rejected your current address and replaced it with one where it shaved off the letter N. I wasn't sure if that was meant to be there in the address. Offspring is performing on August 17th in Maryland Heights, Missouri. Maryland Heights, Missouri. That's pretty close to where Karis grew up. She grew up in Valley Park, Missouri, which is sort of like southern, south of St. Louis. It's a long address. Yes. But, so, tell you what, can you email me your address? Will you do that? Will you send me an email to TheCardconomist@gmail.com so I can confirm your address? Because it's trying to make changes to your address, and I want to make sure that we have the version of your address that you want, okay? So because I don't want it to misship anywhere, the software is trying to change it to a different address. And so why don't you send me that email real quick, and we'll get this finished up. All right, we'll set that there. Got to know what the N means, if it's meant to be in the street address or if it's a typo. So while you're doing that, we do have the order for the Gengar. Let's go ahead and get that sent out. Click on this. Tyler McCash. Tyler, did you see earlier that you actually pulled the Charizard? Did you catch that, Tyler? There it is. That was pretty crazy, right? You pulled the Charizard, bro. All right, let's get rotation. Chansey looking kind of stupid. Sandshrew 10. It's a lovely Caleb Ibarra. Sandshrew, overpriced Pikachu. Horsey. And polish mode. This is perfect. I'll take a picture of this round. I did. Which Charizard? I think it was you, and it was the Jumbo Charizard. Weren't you in that one? I don't want to get your hopes up, but I believe it was the Jumbo Charizard. Take a picture of all that. Chance gets a expensive card picture. And Pikachu gets an expensive card picture. I was on my way to work and you were doing the giveaway, so I thought you were done. Now I get to work and you're still online. It's bedtime. Yeah, it's definitely bedtime. It's bedtime. Okay, run these down here. That's awesome. I was in that break. Heck yeah. Nice. Okay, so we just got that email. And so let's take a quick look at that. Okay, good. So the N is removed. That was exactly what I was wondering. And now we can print that label. Print. There you go. The label is printed. I was house shopping in the entire state of New York, and there's this really crazy, like, castle house for sale. And it's actually pretty reasonably priced. But it's in a really small town, pretty far away from either city. Syracuse and what's the name of the other one? I don't live in New York. I can't remember the name of it. But it's like located between them. So it lacks the amenities, but it's an amazing home. Which is probably why it's so cheap. All right, I saw some nice homes in Wyoming too, but they're all in the middle of nowhere, dude. Like, who's living in these homes? Somebody who does not like people, that is for sure. Somebody who said, I don't want to be around anything or anybody forever. All right. Well, guys, I'm feeling pretty good about the stream. It's just shy of 5 a.m. now. We've been live for 3 hours and 20 minutes. I think the daytime stream was just about 2 hours, so that's 5 hours and 20 minutes of streaming. We had a really good night. I think we're actually good enough at this point. I don't think we need much more. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here and start working on that shipping because we got a lot of shipping to set up for Miss Alexis. She's got a lot of stuff. And, yep, I'm going to go ahead and do that. You guys have a nice night. It's Friday morning, so happy weekend, guys. See you all tomorrow. Yep, see you for the Friday daytime stream. I'm sure I'll be there. See you later, everybody.